From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
The count's 3-2 and the bases are loaded.
And Ted Williams is at bat, huh, McGraw?
Oh, Johnny, how'd you know it was me?
Oh, just psychic, I guess. What's on your mind, Bert?
Fella named Henry Sampson. Ever hear of him?
Name's familiar.
Well, it should be. He owns about half the newspapers in the South.
Which means he isn't exactly struggling for money, huh?
Right. In fact, he collects it.
Figures.
Especially Confederate money.
Well, anybody can... What?
Yes, sir, Johnny. He has one of the largest collections of old coins in this country.
Oh?
And a Confederate $50 he owns has disappeared.
Bert, Confederate money isn't worth its weight in salt.
That's where you're all wrong, Johnny.
Huh?
This particular $50 is insured for $20,000.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Providential Assurance Company, 393 Dewey Avenue, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Confederate coinage matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi from my apartment to Bert McGraw's office. He was seated behind a haze of cigar smoke, reading a magazine.
Oh, Johnny, come in.
Hey, morning, Bert.
Sit down. I was just reading about an old teammate of mine.
Oh, who's that?
Bob Feller.
Feller?
Yeah, he was a pretty fair country pitcher. Of course, he wasn't in my class.
Of course.
Yeah. Many's the time I had to help old Bob out of a spot. Yes, sirree, Bob. That boy could get himself into more jams. Well, I remember...
I didn't know you played with the Cleveland Indians, Bert.
What? Well, I... Blasted cigar! You been reading up on baseball, Johnny?
No, but I remember Bob Feller. Who doesn't? In 1940, I saw him pitch a no-hit, no-run game for the Indians.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute. You and me, we must be talking about two different fellers. Yes, sir.
That's so?
Why, sure. This Bob Feller that was my teammate, he played ball for the Apalachicola Alligators. Yes, sir. Good old Bob Feller. Spelled it F-A-L-L-E-R. Feller. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Johnny, about this Henry Sampson thing. His secretary called here just before I talked to you. Told me the coin had been stolen.
Well, now, what makes that particular coin worth $20,000, Bert?
Well, like I said, it's Confederate money, a silver $50, and where it was minted or something. That's what does it, I guess.
Where was it minted?
New Orleans. Now, during the whole time of the Civil War, that mint only turned out 4 $50.
How come?
Well, how should I know? I'm only going by what's on Sampson's original policy application.
But you're sure about there being only 4 of those $50?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
You mean you've never checked? You insured the thing on Sampson's say-so?
Well, Johnny, look, we were glad to get his business.
Well, you must have been out of your
mind.
mind.
Now stop balking, Johnny. You want to know how come that mint didn't make any more of them? You go ask him.
I plan to. Where'd you say he lived?
Right outside Birmingham, place called Shade Mountain.
Expense account item 2, $107, air transportation, Hartford to Birmingham, Alabama. I claimed my luggage and was about to step into a cab when I was approached by a man of about 30, crew cut, Brooks Brothers suit.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, that's right.
My name is Kopek, Michael Kopek. I'm Mr. Sampson's secretary.
Oh, yeah.
Your Mr. McGraw was good enough to tell me the time of your arrival. Are you all ready to go to Zorah?
Zorah?
According to the Bible, it was the village of Sampson.
Oh, yes. Only I'd like to check into a hotel and freshen up a bit first. That is, if you don't mind.
Mr. Sampson would mind, sir.
But look, I've been
He
aboard
instructed me to assign you a room in the guest house. I'm sure you will find it more than comfortable, Mr. Dollar. This way, please.
Just outside, standing in a no-parking zone, was the Sampson limousine. A uniformed chauffeur took my bag, and about 40 minutes later, we passed through the gates of Zorah, Sampson's private domain. Beside the main house, there were 2 guest houses, 2 swimming pools, a private zoo, stock farm, turkey ranch, and a number of cottages for the servants and maintenance people. Inside the main house, Kopek led me down a long hall lined with statues and oil paintings and other art objects. Finally, he stopped and opened a heavy door. Henry Sampson was seated behind a large desk, and standing near him was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen.
Mr. Dollar, sir.
Thank you, Michael. I'll call when I need you.
Yes, sir.
Well, Johnny, come in. Come in, sir. You had a pleasant journey down, I hope?
Yes, fine, thanks.
Good, good.
Would you like a sample of our southern hospitality, Mr. Dollar?
Well,
Forgive me, my dear. Johnny, this is Mrs. Sampson. Delilah, Mr. Dollar.
Mrs. Sampson?
In case my question confused you, Johnny, I meant, would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Not just now.
Let the man catch his breath, Delilah. Now, Johnny, let me get on my feet. I can't give you more than 10 minutes of my time. So, let's get right down to business. This here's a display case that was broke into.
Mm-hmm. None of your other coins were taken, huh?
No. Whoever did it knew what they wanted. They got the most valuable one.
What about this lock? Was it tampered with?
Wouldn't have done 'em no good to tamper with it. It's the biggest and strongest that Yale makes. Reckon he knew that. That's why he broke the glass.
Then you think someone familiar with this room and your collection took the coin?
If you want to know the truth, he suspects me.
Delilah.
Mr. Sampson, did anything unusual happen that evening? Did you have any visitors?
None. Delilah and I ate our supper. I worked for a couple of hours, same as always. Then we played casino till 10:30.
We always play casino until 10:30, John. It's the only thing that relaxes my husband.
I see.
There were only 4 people besides myself in the house. Mrs. Sampson, Mary, her maid, Digger, my manservant, and Michael, my secretary.
Good old Michael, the trusty troubleshooter.
Mr. Sampson, according to your policy application, only 4 of those Confederate $half were ever made. Is that right?
Yes, 'tis. Confederate states didn't have any silver bullion to make more. Dirty Yankee blockade.
Yeah. Could you give me a description of the coin, sir?
Sure. Originally, it was a regular Union 1861 piece. At the New Orleans Mint, they ground off the reverse side and stamped on the shield of the glorious Confederacy and the words Confederate States of America.
Hallelujah. May the South rise again.
Now, that's not funny, Delilah.
I think it is. Don't you, Johnny?
Well, I'm just...
You just give me your answer later. Right now, I'm going to have another drink. You ready?
Not yet, thanks.
No, you don't know what you're missing.
You'll have to forgive my wife, Johnny. She isn't herself this evening.
I haven't been myself in several years. Not since I married this man.
You shut up, woman. Michael.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Sampson is tired. Very tired. She wants you to take her to her room.
Yes, sir.
Well, see you at supper, Johnny.
I'll have your supper sent up to
Don't
you.
do me any favors, fat man.
Get her out of here, Michael. Get her out before Sorry. But she sometimes...
It's all right, sir. I understand.
Do you? Good. Good man. Now then. Oh, that's better. Now, about the coin. President Jefferson Davis gave it to my great-grandpappy for his service to the cause.
Are you sure of its value? Sure it's worth $20,000?
Why, shoot, boy. My grandpappy turned down 10,000 for it back in 1879. The way things are now, it's got to be worth 4 times that. Well, what's the matter? Don't you believe me?
I didn't say that.
Well, then what are you looking at me so suspicious for?
Well, Mr. Sampson, I have a hunch you're holding out on me.
Johnny, you're getting paid money to find the person that took it. Now, you earn your pay.
I'll try to. Only I'd appreciate some help.
I'll give you help. In fact, already have.
Like how?
Like the gates to Zora. I've kept 'em locked ever since it happened. And until you find that coin, nobody leaves here. Those gates stay closed.
A few moments later, Kopek returned and escorted me across the magnolia-scented grounds to my rooms in one of the luxurious guest cottages. I unpacked, took a shower, then called Bert McGraw in Hartford.
Well, how's it going, Johnny?
It is not.
Oh, come on now, boy.
Sorry, Bert, but it looks like a real toughie.
You don't want me to send in a pinch hitter, do you?
Nope. But how about getting the dust off your pants and doing some legwork?
All right, what kind of work?
Find out for sure how many of those 1861 half-dollars were ever made and what their value is today. Wait a minute.
What'd you say, John?
Not you, Bert. Somebody at the door. You check on that coin. Got it?
Like the Yankees have the pennant. Good luck, boy.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah?
Mr. Dollar,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Mary Williams, Miss Sampson's maid.
And I'm Digger. Everybody just calls me Old Digger.
He's Mr. Sampson's man. We snuck off and come over here to see you.
Oh, well, come in, please.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Sure hope nobody saw us come in here.
Well, what's this all about, Mary?
Mr. Dollar, being an insurance investigator, you work for a company instead of the police, is that it?
Yes, the company I'm working for now is in Hartford, Connecticut.
Way up north. Oh, that's good. Mr. Dollar, Digger here, he's just scared to death.
Scared of what?
If you'd be here a while, you'd know.
Gosh, you sure would.
Well, can't you tell me?
Mr. Sampson's got a big place here. He needs lots of folks to keep it up for him, and he gets them cheap from the prisons.
What?
Yes, sir. Somebody finds out who's going out on parole. The next thing a man knows, instead of being all the way free, he's here, working for Mr. Sampson.
Yes, sir. And if he don't like it, Mr. Sampson has him sent back.
Oh, come on now. Look, this is 1957. Things like that just don't happen anymore.
Tell him, Digger.
Well, Mr. Dollar, sir, I don't want to go back to that place. No, sir. I don't ever want to go back.
Oh, it's all right, Digger. Mr. Dollar, we wouldn't have bothered you at all, except that Digger and me, that is, we want to get married.
That's right, yes.
But if he's sent back to prison, well, he's already spent 15 years there.
And you're afraid that Mr. Sampson is going to send him back?
Yes, sir. Mr. Sampson or somebody else around here.
But why? Well, come on. One of you say something.
Well, sir, I ain't going to tell you, nobody else, Mr. Dollar. No, sir. I won't tell no matter what they do to me. I won't tell unless you give me your word. Unless you promise me.
Promise you what?
That you won't let Mr. Sampson or nobody send me back. You give me your word on the Bible. I'll tell. Yes.
Well, come on. Tell me what.
Well, sir,
Mr. Dollar, Digger knows who took that $half piece.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Confederate coinage matter.
I wanted to help Digger, the Sampson servant who claimed to have information concerning the missing Confederate $half. But I couldn't promise him anything without first knowing more about the part he had played, if any, in the theft of the coin. I did promise to think over his offer and let him know if I was interested by the next afternoon. Anyway, at 8 that evening, I joined Mr. Sampson and Kopek for dinner in the large dining room. After we'd finished our coffee, Sampson rose and excused himself.
When you're ready, we got work to do, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Huh? See you in the morning, Johnny.
Well, how is the investigation coming, Mr. Dollar? Have you found any valuable clues?
Nope, not a thing.
Oh, that's too bad. But you haven't given up.
Kopek, I haven't started.
Uh-huh. Well, would you care for something else? If not...
No, I'm fine.
Then shall we...
Yeah, sure. Say, tell me something, Kopek.
Anything I can.
What about the servants who were in the house the night of the theft?
Digger and Mary?
Yeah. What do you know about them?
Everything that there is to know. I have a file containing the record on every one of Mr. Sampson's employees. If you like, I shall have the information on these two sent to your rooms.
I'd appreciate it.
Now, if you will excuse me, Mr. Sampson is waiting in the den. You can find your way back to the guest house? Hmm?
Sure. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Dollar.
Johnny.
Oh, Delilah. Oh, where are you?
Up here, on the stairs. No, don't come up.
Oh.
Johnny, do you like to ride?
Well, sure, only it's been a long time since I've had a chance to, and I didn't bring any riding clothes.
Well, that doesn't matter. Meet me at the stables before breakfast. You will, won't you, Johnny?
What do you think? I went back to the guest house, and about half an hour later, Kopek delivered the files on Mary Williams and Digger. Everything Digger had told me was true. He had spent 15 years in prison on a manslaughter charge. So early the next morning, I crossed the green lawns of Zora and met Delilah at the stables. And a few minutes later, we were riding our horses away from the main house.
Where shall we ride, Johnny? You want the cook's tour?
Oh, I don't know. What's it include?
Oh, the turkey farm, dairy, and zoo. Or would you rather go down to the river?
Hey, you know, it's a funny thing, Delilah.
What is?
I've never seen a river.
You fool. Come on, I'll race.
Come on, boy. Come on. Finally, when we reached the river, we dismounted. And she just stood there for a long moment, looking down into the water. Well?
I guess I'm just reaching for something I can't have yet. You understand, Johnny?
Why did you marry him, Delilah?
His money. Only I was fooled. Or made a fool of.
How do you mean?
Well, he's a collector, Johnny. Coins and paintings and people. Well, hadn't you noticed? I'm just another one of his possessions with all the rights and privileges of a statue. And you know why Sampson married me? Because my parents named me Delilah.
Well, why don't you leave him?
Oh, I'd need money, a lot of it. And I thought I was going to get some.
But now?
Maybe I'll get another chance. And when I do, Johnny, you keep in touch, huh?
We rode on back, had breakfast, and I returned to my rooms in the guest cottage. Around 11 o'clock, I picked up the phone and called Bert McGraw again.
Johnny, about time you called.
Yeah, what'd you find out, Bert?
Enough to know that I'm in trouble, and you got to get me out of it.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
That Confederate $50. Do you know what it's worth? $5,000.
What? But you insured it for 20.
I know it, but look, Johnny, it wasn't all my fault. I mean, well, how did Sampson know about the dies?
What dies?
The dies a man named Scott made 500 of those $50 from back in 1879. That's what lowered the price of the original $50.
You mean there are 500 of those $50 in existence instead of 4?
504. The 4 original ones made in 1861, and the rest were made later.
Well, looks like you're out 20 grand, Bert.
Oh, don't say that.
Unless.
Yeah?
Unless you're willing to let me try something down here.
Anything, Johnny boy, anything.
Even if it costs $5 grand?
Well, you know what'll happen to me if the company has to take a loss of $20,000 for something worth only $5. Johnny, please, go ahead.
Thanks, pal. I'll call you later. As soon as I could, I sent word to Digger and Mary, the 2 servants, asking them to come to the guest house. It was almost 3 o'clock before they arrived.
Miss Dollar, have you decided on what you're going to do?
Yes, Mary, I have. Digger.
Yes, sir?
I can't promise that you won't be sent back to prison.
Well, then I ain't going to tell you nothing.
Now, wait.
Sir.
Let me finish. But I can promise that I'll do everything possible to help you.
Well, sir, I have to ask Miss Mary. You know, she's the one who talked me into coming to you in the first place.
I did it soon as he told me what he'd done. I didn't know about it till afterward, Mr. Dollar.
All right. Just what did he do, Mary?
Well, it wasn't his fault. He just had to break into that case and take that $50.
Yes, sir, that's right. I had to.
Why?
Because she said that she'd tell Mr. Sampson something real bad about me.
Something that'd cause them to send me back to prison.
She? Mrs. Sampson?
Yes, sir.
That's the truth, Mr. Dollar. I swear it.
All right, Digger, go on. What happened after you took the coin?
Well, sir, it all went like she said it would. I got hold of the $50 and ran on down to the river. Late that night, I was on my way back to where I was supposed to meet Miss Sampson and give it to her. Well, sir, then I tripped over something, and doggone if I didn't lose it.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on now, Digger. You don't expect me to believe that.
But it's the truth. Yes, sir. I had it in my hand, and when I fell, it flew out.
And you can't find it?
No, sir. No, sir. And I looked and looked.
There's a good reason why he can't find it, Mr. Dollar.
Oh?
Yes, and you come with us. We'll show you.
They showed me, and I had to agree there was a good reason. I told Kopek I wanted to see Mr. Sampson. While I was waiting for him, Delilah came down the stairs from her room.
Johnny, I saw Digger take your suitcase out to the car. You aren't leaving.
I will be in a few minutes.
Well, Johnny, have you found the coin?
No, not quite. But I know where it is. And I know how it got there.
You do?
Why did you do it, Delilah? Why did you make him do it?
You ought to know by now, Johnny. I did it for the same reason I've done everything else in my life, for money. I thought I could use the money to get away from here.
What'll you do now?
I don't know. It's up to him. You do have to tell him, don't you?
Yes, Delilah. I'm afraid I do.
There's no other way. I mean, well, couldn't you say one of the servants?
No, Delilah, don't you say it either.
Okay, Johnny. See you around, huh?
Sure. See you around.
Come in, Johnny. Come in. I hear you have news for me. Well, boy, start in. Tell me.
I told him as simply as I could. When it was over, he got to his feet and stared out the window for several minutes. When he turned back, he ordered Kopek to find Digger and take him to the place where the coin had been lost. A few minutes later, we joined him there.
I can't believe it. This where you lost the $50, Digger? On the turkey farm?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sampson, sir. Right over there.
Well, why didn't you get in there and find it?
Well, I told Mr. Dollar how come I couldn't, sir.
Well, Dollar?
He couldn't find it because when he dropped the coin, one of those turkeys swallowed it.
Dollar, what do you mean, one of those turkeys swallowed it?
Well, sir, just what I said. Turkeys will eat anything that glistens or shines that's dropped near them. And since Digger was cutting across this field when he dropped the coin...
But, boy, do you realize there are 2,000 turkeys in there, and any one of them could have my $50? The $50 Jefferson Davis, president of the glorious Confederacy, gave my grandpappy. Any one of them could have it stuck in his skinny red neck?
Yes, sir, it certainly could.
Well, good. Now, you just tell me, how do you propose to get me my $50 back? You can't do it. You'll have to give me my insurance money.
Yes, we know. That's why we're willing to buy the turkeys from you.
What?
Yes, sir. I'll give you $5,000 for the turkeys and guarantee to return the coin within 90 days, providing...
Go on.
Providing you allow Mary Williams and Digger to leave here and be responsible for the recovery of the coin.
You mean you're going to let them tend the turkeys?
I'm going to give them the turkey.
What?
Oh, Mr. Dollar, you're a good man.
Digger, you miserable... You hush up. Well, Dollar, you sly fox. Doggone, boy. You just got yourself 2,000 turkeys.
A couple of weeks after I left Birmingham, I received a letter from Mr. and Mrs. Digger telling me that they'd found the coin in the craw of the bird they'd killed for their first Sunday dinner together. Which proves once again, miracles do happen. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $405.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
This is Lieutenant Shark. Did you leave a message for me to call?
Yes, I did, Lieutenant. I want
It
you...
was all bundled up by the time I got it. Snyder got your name and what hotel, but I never did find out who you are and what you wanted with me.
It's about the Alonzo Chapman killing.
Oh. Well, what's your interest in that?
I'm an insurance investigator. I was sent out here from Hartford, Connecticut to see what I could learn.
Oh, you were? Well, how'd you get out here so fast?
We got the news at about 8 last night. I was on a plane by midnight and in Los Angeles by noon today.
Must be tired. I don't have any more than I had last night. I suppose you want to talk to me, though.
Yeah, I'd like to.
All right. Come on over. But give me an hour so I can get some lunch.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office Tri-State Insurance Group, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Alonzo Chapman matter. Expense account item 1, $208.50, airfare and incidentals between Hartford, Connecticut and Los Angeles, California. After a delay of about an hour or so, I was able to make an appointment with Lieutenant Jim Schock, the detective in charge of the case. I met him at about 2:15, and he brought me up to date.
Chapman was registered at the Quincy Hotel. He met this girl in the hotel bar at about 7 last night. They left together about, got it, 7:45. Turned in the alley to get to the parking lot where her car was parked, and that's where he was shot, in the alley.
Was it robbery?
No, he was well heeled, too, over $300. Had in his coat pocket.
What about this girl? We didn't hear about her.
We did. Norma Sale. Picked up on a shoplifting charge last year. But she got a job and stayed out of trouble since. Pretty little thing. Born in Nebraska. She says she met an actor in a road company back there. He told her he'd introduce her to some important people in Hollywood, and maybe she could... Well, you know how it goes.
Yeah, but I wonder if Chapman's wife is going to. She's on her way out here. How long had this girl known him?
Well, she says she just met him last night. I think that's what she said. She was transferred to county jail this morning at 11:30 in material witness. I suppose you want to talk to her.
Yeah, I'd like to.
And so would I. Might as well go on over. Because it's growing too fast. That's why. We got too many people. We got too many cars. Too much of everything but streets. It's a mess. Of course, I don't know anything about Hartford. I've never been there.
Well, it's a little slower paced than Los Angeles, but it's got its problems.
I suppose every place has something.
Yes, she is, Lieutenant.
Oh.
We just called Cassidy when they want to send her back to her cells.
Yeah, all right. I'll do that.
Thanks.
Oh, come along in, Norma. This man is Mr. Dollar. He's an insurance investigator from back east.
How do you do, Miss Ann?
Hello.
You can just sit down. How you feeling today?
Not very good.
I tried to talk to you last night after Mr. Chapman was shot. You remember?
I sort of half remember. I went to pieces, I guess.
Yeah, you did. Couldn't get anything that even sounded like a statement from you. That's why I had you held, so we could talk it over today.
Sure. I don't know anything. We left and then it happened.
How long had you known Mr. Chapman?
I just met him last night.
He made regular visits to Los Angeles. Are you sure you didn't meet him before?
Of course I'm sure. Why would I lie about that? We just struck up a friendship last night.
How did that happen?
Well, I dropped into the bar at the Quincy for a drink, and he started to talk to me.
What all did he say?
It was just one of those things that happens all the time. I knew it was a pitch, but he seemed like a nice guy. He just didn't want to be alone. He asked me if I knew any good places to eat, and I told him about a place I like out towards Hollywood, so he asked me if I'd show him.
You ought to be more careful who you get friendly with. Maybe I'd better turn that around and say you ought to be more careful about who knows you're getting friendly with somebody.
I guess I don't get you.
We're looking for a reason somebody would want to kill Chapman. Maybe a man friend of yours?
Well, it couldn't be anything like that. I don't have any steady boyfriends.
No, that's not saying there isn't somebody who wants to be one, is it?
There isn't anybody, and that's the truth. If it had been somebody I knew, I would have recognized him, wouldn't I?
And it's possible that you might want to protect him if you did know him.
I didn't know him. There isn't anybody who'd do anything like that.
No, I can't hold with that, Norma. You're young, you're pretty. Why, I should think there'd be a bunch of young bucks after you. Boys from that store where you work, maybe.
I tell you, there isn't. It's the truth. There isn't. If there was, I'd tell you.
Well, maybe you would.
We've got to find a reason that Chapman was killed.
I don't know. It wasn't because he was with me.
All right now, Norma. Don't get all upset again. You've got to remember some other things.
I hope you aren't holding anything back, Norma. You know that we can learn the truth from other people.
Sure I do. Ask the girls I work with. Ask Jeannie Stevens. She ought to know. She's lived with me for almost a year.
All right, Norma. Now, when you and this Chapman decided on a place to go for dinner, you left the hotel. You started for your car in the parking lot, huh?
Yes.
You turned into the alley, which was a shorter trip than going around the corner, and this gunman was waiting there.
It wasn't dark, was it?
No, not quite.
How far down the alley was this man?
Well, it was not very good at measuring, but must have been about halfway to the parking lot.
There's a big trash box there, behind one of the buildings. This man was waiting behind the box, and when you came by, he stepped out, fired 3 shots, and ran away.
And it was light enough so that you could get a good look at him?
Yes, it was darker in the alley, but I'd have recognized anybody I knew.
Would you remember if you saw him again?
I'm not sure. Maybe I would.
Now, Norma, it's up to us to figure out how come this killer was waiting there, where he was. It beats me how he knew Chapman was going to pass by that box.
I don't know.
You can see how odd it looks, Norma. If he didn't know Chapman was coming that way, he must have known that you were.
I don't know how it happened. I'm telling the truth. Maybe somebody heard us talking in the bar.
Heard enough to know you and Chapman would go through the alley?
Maybe somebody could have. I don't remember exactly how it went, but I told him where my car was parked. Yes, I said just down the alley, I remember.
And then did you leave?
Oh, not right away. We had another drink.
Well, that'd take about 10 or 15 minutes, I suppose. Well, how about $1?
I don't think I have anything more. Thanks, Norma.
All right.
I'll get Cassidy to take you down. I'd like to send you home, Norma. Maybe tomorrow. You know how it goes.
To both Lieutenant Shock and me, the jealousy motive was still first choice. As a matter of fact, at that point, it was the only choice. Nothing in Alonzo Chapman's room or among his effects gave a hint of a murder motive. The Cleveland police had been requested to send anything they had on him, and local men were at work checking his Los Angeles business associates and his movements. Shock left to question Norma Sale's roommate, and I went back to satisfy myself on the beginning of it all. I waited for the evening bartender at the Quincy Hotel.
Now I'm not busy. We won't get crowded for another hour.
How about last night? Were you crowded about 7:30?
Oh, yes, well. If you'd asked me about anybody else in the place, I couldn't tell you a thing. But I remember this little blonde dame and this guy Chapman.
I'm glad to hear that. Usually doesn't happen this way.
Yeah, I suppose not, but I'll tell you how it was. You see, Chapman had been in a hotel for a few days, you know.
Yeah, I got in Friday last week.
Well, I'm not sure when I first met him, but he'd drop in for an early drink, like, 5:45, 5 o'clock. Yeah, we talk a little bit, then he'd go up to his room and come back around 7 and stay for another hour or so. I tell you, it was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
Oh, not his getting killed, not that part of it. I mean a little blonde. I didn't know what he was saying to her or anything, but when she came in, the bar stools were all taken. Chapman spots her and gives her his place.
How long had he been there?
Just a couple of minutes. I hadn't gotten around to taking his order yet, but when I did, he ordered for the both of them. Then after that round, they moved to one of the booths.
Did you happen to notice another man who could have been interested in them and could have been close enough to overhear them?
Oh, no, gee, the place was full. I didn't notice. Or maybe the bar girl did, Grace Curcio. She'll be in at 5:30 if you want to talk to her.
I'll have to come back later. Chapman's widow is due to arrive in about 20 minutes.
That masher had a wife?
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, I'm no stuffed shirt, but if that guy acted this way in all the towns he hit, she's better off without him. Now, I'll ask Grace if you want. What's your hotel?
The Larkin. If she does remember something about it, I'd appreciate a call. Huh?
Sure. My name is Howard.
Thanks a lot, Howard. See you later.
Lieutenant Shark.
Lieutenant, this is Dollar.
Oh, you got anything to report, Dollar?
Nothing that does us any good. Mrs. Chapman just checked into the hotel. I'm in the lobby there now. How did you make out with Norma's roommate?
Oh, just fine. She seems like a level-headed sort of girl. She says Norma hasn't gone with any one particular man for a year. That man's name was Clyde Mills. Served a 6-month sentence on some charge or other, not important what, but they're all washed up. She says he's not even in town, but we'll look for him anyway.
Yeah, I'm going up to talk to the widow if it's all right with you.
Sure, go right ahead. Make a suspect out of her if you can. We need some.
Could be. From what I hear, she had a motive, not counting the insurance money. But I don't know whether she knew it or not. I'll check with you later. Meeting Mrs. Chapman was quite a surprise to me. I naturally expected to find the widow approximately the same age as the dead man, something near 50. But she wasn't. She looked to be only a few years over 30, if that.
Don't feel like you have to try and make things easy for me, Mr. Dollar. You don't.
All right, Mrs. Chapman.
Did he suffer much?
No, he died almost instantly.
If it had to happen, I'm glad it went that way then. I hope you understand.
I'm trying to. I take it you weren't too fond of your husband.
I wasn't. And it would be stupid for me to tell you anything else or to act any other way than I am acting.
We're still looking for the reason your husband was killed.
You said he was taking this girl someplace.
He was, but we haven't been able to make anything out of that yet. She says there's nobody who would kill out of jealousy.
I saw her picture in the paper.
We doubted it, too, but our closest friend wouldn't have any reason to protect someone who had tried to kill Miss Sale. She said there was nobody.
Well, there are other men who'd have good reason to kill him. You didn't know him, did you?
No, I'd never seen him.
He was good looking. Not tall, but he sort of looked it. He took care of himself. The iron gray hair. He was better looking when he passed 45 than he ever was when he was young.
I was surprised that you were so young, Mrs. Chapman.
That's why. He was attractive to women. My bad luck was leaving Cleveland and letting myself get roped into a marriage. I found out about one of these girls, and then he started bragging about all the others.
You mean it's possible that a man followed him to Los Angeles from someplace else and killed him?
I don't know, but I do know that he must have hurt a lot of people. Well, he's through hurting me. I've stuck it out because I knew this was going to happen someday. Every time I've read about a murder like this, I knew it would happen to him. Now it has. Now I own a house. I have a bank account. Insurance money. I'm finally getting something from my marriage.
I tried to phone Lieutenant Shock a report on my meeting with the overly honest Mrs. Chapman, but he was out of his office getting the teletyped answer to the request he'd made for information from the Cleveland police. So I cabbed over to see him.
No, I'm not saying that what Mrs. Chapman says isn't possible, but I don't want to go off half-cocked on a wild goose chase.
I didn't think you'd like it. I don't either. Chapman came here from Fresno by train, so say it would have to be some guy from there.
See why he didn't. Well, say he didn't kill him in Fresno because he thought he wouldn't draw suspicion down here.
How did this guy locate him? Chapman didn't reserve a room at the Quincy. He usually stayed someplace else, so he'd have to be followed.
That's no good, Dollar. Why, you couldn't expect an inexperienced man from Fresno to do a job of tailing like that through Union Station from there to the Quincy and all this traffic? It's possible, I suppose.
You going to check it, then?
I guess so.
Probably wouldn't be too hard to get a list of the people who got on that train at Fresno.
Yeah, list is hard up for motives. Now we got them all over the country. He was old enough to know better.
Lieutenant.
What?
Here's a follow-up on that stuff from Cleveland.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Well, this is darn nice of those boys.
Get something?
Say, Chapman phoned Cleveland that day. He checked in, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Friday. Why?
Look at this. Seems like his missus was seeing a lot of a man named Nicholson. He's known to have left Cleveland on Friday night, and he hasn't been seen since. I like this a whole lot better. Yeah, this could be what we wanted. A man with a motive who knew where Chapman was. You think it's time you met the honest widow?
this is Lieutenant Sharp investigating your husband's murder.
How do you do?
Glad to meet you, Miss Chapman. Well, I'm sorry about the circumstances.
It's not very pleasant.
Mrs. Chapman, we never did get around to talking about your friend, Carl Nicholson, did we?
What do you mean?
Well, you told me about some of the improvements your husband's death was going to bring you, but you didn't mention Carl Nicholson.
Please. I know I sounded hard when I talked to you. I shouldn't have said some of the things.
I thought you were being honest.
I was. Too honest, I'm afraid.
I don't think so.
Mrs. Chapman, I've been in touch with the police back in your hometown. They found out somehow about this Carl Nicholson. First, they said you'd been seeing quite a lot of him, especially when your husband was out of town. Is that right?
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. What were your feelings toward Nicholson at that time? That is, prior to your husband's death.
I'm fond of Carl. I never made any secret of that. He's my age. We have a lot of things in common.
You know where he is?
Why, in Cleveland.
Oh, well, that's funny. The police told me he was out of town.
I don't know what this means. I don't understand.
You didn't know he left town?
No, I didn't.
Now, if you were fond of each other and you had all these things in common, it seems to me you deserve to be told if he was just going to up and leave town.
When did you see him last, Mrs. Chapman?
It was last week.
Friday, by any chance?
No. It was before then. It was Wednesday or Thursday. Why are you asking me these things?
The police back there went on to tell me that this Nicholson left town on Friday.
The Cleveland police? Why should they even care about Carl?
Because I told them that on Friday your husband had telephoned you from the hotel where he was staying here in Los Angeles. Isn't that right?
Yes, but I don't know what you mean.
Didn't you see Nicholson on Friday after you talked to your husband?
No. Do you mean that you think I told him where Al was staying and that he came out here to...
Now, Mrs. Chapman, we didn't say we thought anything, but it's our job to solve this murder. We aren't saying we think you and him planned the whole thing and that he hopped out of here the first thing after he learned where your husband was staying. But there are a lot of things that aren't clear in our minds.
The theory you gave me about all these wronged men around the country didn't hold up too well, Mrs. Chapman.
It wasn't a theory. I just told you what I'd been thinking.
You said you'd been waiting for it to happen. But the way we see it, the way your husband was killed, where he was killed, makes a jealous out-of-town man seem too far-fetched.
But we're looking into it. Don't you worry about that.
Do you have a reason to think that Carl has been in Los Angeles?
We're covering the possibility that he might have been.
Maybe you just mentioned the Quincy Hotel in passing, casually, so you hardly remember.
No. I haven't seen Carl or talked to him since before Al called me. I didn't tell him.
Why did he happen to leave town on Friday?
I told you I don't know. I didn't know he'd left.
Well, with all these things in common, what did you think when the news about your husband reached Cleveland? Didn't you wonder about why you hadn't talked to this Nicholson all those days?
Yes, I did wonder.
Now, why didn't you tell us all that without all this back and forth?
Because it would have sounded so awful.
Do you think you improved things by holding back?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't. The last time I saw Carl was on Wednesday. We had a fight and he walked out.
You can prove that's the last time you saw him?
Prove? I haven't been thinking about anything like that. We fought over the same thing for almost a year. Carl wanted me to get a divorce, and I wouldn't.
Because you were waiting for your husband to get killed. Did you ever tell Carl that?
Yes.
You tell him that during this fight on Wednesday?
I think so.
But you didn't talk to him after that?
No.
Could you have learned someplace else where your husband was staying?
I don't know. I don't know who else Al called. Carl wouldn't kill him. I'm positive of that.
Would you happen to have a photograph of Nicholson?
Why?
Some are on their way by radio photo and some others by airmail. But we might be able to save time if you have some.
I have one. I want to erase something off the back.
Now, don't you fret, Mrs. Chapman. We'll show it to a couple of people. If Carl is innocent like you think he is, this is the quickest way to prove that, too.
Gee, I'd sure like to help you. You know, if I'd seen a snap before... Sure, don't say anything you're unsure.
What did the bar girl say?
Almost the same thing you did. It was crowded and she wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm awful sorry.
That's all right. I'd rather have a careful witness like you than one that thinks he has to say something to live up to the title.
This guy could have been here, and he couldn't have been. That's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Howard. It's okay.
I'll do better next time. I'll keep my eyes open from now on. Maybe I'll get on a force someday, huh, Lieutenant?
You know how it goes. They say a boat is so expensive to keep up that before long you don't own it. It owns you. So we sold it, and there went my fishing trips. You get much back there?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten back into it since before the war.
Yeah, you ought to. Everybody ought to. It's the best
Here's
nerve
the
tonic.
Lieutenant.
Well, oh, thanks. We won't be long.
Take it down when you're through.
Hello, Norma.
Oh,
We've got a picture of a man we want you to look at, Norma.
why?
Well, you look at it. Come on, get a good, bright light on it here.
Who is he?
You ever seen this man?
I couldn't swear, but I think he could be the one that shot Mr. Girk. I hate to say for sure because Mr. Chapman was on that side.
Look at it again, Norma. What is there that you think you recognize?
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but the way his hair, right here, the way some of it hangs down across his forehead.
This man's about Dollar's height.
Well, I'm not sure of that. He was kind of crouched.
But you think you saw the hair?
I don't even know why I think that, but when I close my eyes, it seems like I can see his face.
Yeah, well, now you take a long look at it. Study it. We'll have some more pictures of this man tomorrow. And if you can be sure, why, then maybe we can let you look at him flesh and blood.
What happened so fast?
Just take your time and forget the lieutenant and me.
If I could, I'd leave it so you could study it all night, but it's a piece of evidence, and therefore belongs to the state, so I can't leave it.
As it turned out, we didn't have to take that photograph or any other picture back to Norma Sales for identification. The first reason turned up that night. There was another message from the Cleveland police. The body of our chief suspect, Carl Nicholson, had been removed from the remains of his car. The crash had occurred within 200 miles of his home. Witnesses said that he had been returning from a friend's country place, and the alcoholic content of his blood gave credence to Mrs. Chapman's story that they had quarreled. It became obvious later that he had been on a week's drunk. In addition to killing him, it had removed him in other respects as a suspect. The other thing that changed the direction of the matter was not as closely connected to any of the principals. As a matter of fact, hardly connected at all. It was a story on the front page of the next morning's paper. A man named Max Gerber, with a criminal background, had been found shot to death. Along with a year-old picture of him was printed the fact that he had been staying at the Quincy Hotel. With Lieutenant Shark, I went to view Max Gerber's remains and his effects, and at 10 that morning, Norma Sale was once more ushered into us.
Well, Norma, we seem to keep you busy, don't we?
Sit down, Norma.
Did you bring some more pictures?
Not the same as we brought last night. That wasn't the man you saw in the alley.
I wasn't sure.
The bartender at the Quincy says he'd never seen you in there before the other night. Why'd you happen to go there?
I don't know. Guess it seemed like a good idea because I hadn't been there.
Was there something special that took you there, Norma? There must be quite a few bars where you haven't been.
There wasn't anything special.
I think it's fair to tell you that we checked the store where you worked and found out that you left there at 3:30 that day.
I didn't feel very good.
You felt good enough to go to the Quincy. You felt good enough to let yourself get picked up by this man.
I guess that's my business, isn't it? What I want to do and who I want to be with.
Why, sure it is, Norma.
Who did you want to be with?
What do you mean?
A man named Alonzo Chapman or a man named Max Gerber?
I just went in, that's all, and I met this guy.
You didn't go into that bar expecting to meet some special man, did you?
No.
Not even if you were paid to meet him?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That man that was killed. I mean, the one you were with. Did you know what he did for a living?
He said he was a salesman.
Well, that's what we're getting at. He was a salesman.
We cut 2 pictures out of the paper, Norman. Here's one. This the man you met at the Quincy?
Yes.
You sure, Norma?
Yes, I am.
This man wasn't killed in the alley the other night.
He's the man I was with.
No, he isn't.
This man was killed last night, Norma, right outside the Quincy Hotel.
Here's the picture of the other man. They look alike, don't they?
They're the same.
I saw the suit Max Gerber was wearing. Even it was sort of the same as Chapman's. It was brown.
But they're the same. I mean, it was Gerber.
It was Gerber you were supposed to meet.
It was Gerber.
No, it wasn't Noir.
Yes, it was.
All right. You were supposed to pick up Gerber in that bar, weren't you?
I didn't know what they were going to do.
But you did pick this man up and take him down that alley.
They said he owed them some money, and that's all they wanted.
Tell us how you found this man in the bar, Norma.
They pointed him out in the lobby. He made a phone call, and then he went into the bar. I went in after him.
Brown suit, gray hair.
Yes.
It was Alonzo Chapman you took out to get killed.
No, it wasn't.
Why should we tell you it was if it wasn't?
You're lying to me. You're trying to trick me.
No, they just made a mistake.
They pointed him out.
Then you made the mistake.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I did what they said. They told me I had to, and I did. They sent me because I was blonde, and it was the right one. They didn't say they were going to kill him. He just owed them some money. That's all they wanted. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anybody to get killed. I was blonde, and I was young, and that's why they sent me. For money.
Expense account item 2, miscellaneous, while in Los Angeles, $255.08. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $672.08. Remarks? The second murder, Max Gerber's, was a gangland rubout, planned with the aid of a young blonde as bait. The first murder was only a mistake. The apparent moral is that companies shouldn't hire salesmen. Women shouldn't marry them. Young blondes should stay away from them, but confidentially, some of my best friends are insurance salesmen. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
They say big game hunting is a sport only for the wealthy. Well, it didn't cost me much, except almost my life.
This is another in the adventures of America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar. At insurance investigation, Johnny Dollar is only an expert. At making out his expense accounts, he's an absolute genius.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Home Office, Britannia Underwriters Association, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during my investigation of the unscheduled performances in Maximilian Sandro's Animal Show. Or, all they needed was a clown, and then I showed up. Or, I once thought I'd run away with a circus. This one I wanted to run away from. Expense account, item 1, $70.21, train and cab fare from Hartford to a vacant lot just outside Brunswick, Georgia. The winter quarters of Maximilian Sandro's Animal Show. The first animal to show was an elephant.
Bravo! Bravo!
Hey, mister, where can I find Maximilian Sandro?
Come on.
Hey, mister, I want to ask you a question.
Please, you're not so loud. You upset Blanca. I'm going to try to teach her an aria for next season.
An aria? Well, that should set opera back 10 years.
Ah! Sweet, Blanca, sweet. That's the only musical elephant in the world. The pachydermachantus.
Well, look, I'll stop interrupting rehearsal if you'll tell me where I can find your boss, Maximilian Sandro.
My boss?
Yeah.
It is I. I am Maximilian Sandro.
Oh, well, good. I'm Johnny Dollar from the insurance company.
Oh, let's make it something else. Blanca, you rest. I'm going to come back when I'm through with Mr. Dollar.
Well, as I understand it, Mr. Sandro.
Oh, that's a poor Blanca. She don't like to see me go. You know, she's like a puppy to me. But it's the new black leopard that's the beginning of all of my trouble. I'm gonna show you to her. Someone is trying to steal her. And that's what I don't want, Mr. Dollar.
Well, since Britannia Underwriters insured her for $20,000, that is what they don't want, too.
Monsieur, that cost me too much to get her from Africa. To lose her, that would ruin my financials. Everything would go. Ah, these are my monkeys.
Yeah. Hi. Look, Mr. Sandro, how does anybody go about stealing a neat little package like a black leopard? And why?
Why? Because she's a very special leopard. She's a very big, very shiny. I'm gonna name her Ashanti. She's gonna be my prize attraction. There's a lot of animal shows would like to have her.
Oh, you suspect your competition?
Oh, see.
Well, when was the attempt made?
One night last week they make with the truck. They tried to pull her cage away, and we saved her just in time. Oh, see, this is my finches, the parakeets, and the toucan. And this is my crow.
Yeah. Very nice. Colorful. Did you try and trace the truck?
Man, no, so no way to trace. They went away, whoosh, no lights. And it's something else that's not right at all.
So, yeah, what's that?
I'm gonna make a big plan. I'm gonna get all the money I can put a hands on to buy her from this man, Tex Randall. And now he said the money that was enough before is not enough now. He think he cheat me, this Randall.
Well, I'd like to help you with that too, Mr. Sandro, but I'm afraid that's your problem. My job is to see that your leopard isn't stolen.
I see, I know. You get to pay for your job, but you do it, and that's... Oh, no. And there is a shot. There is my leopard.
I guess somewhere way down in the taproots of my family tree, there probably was an ancestor with a low forehead, bearskin overalls, and a club who went into an unpleasant double take when he found himself face to face with a leopard. I know the feeling I had when I saw Ashanti was inherited from somebody. My feet wanted to run, but my eyes wouldn't leave her as she paced back and forth in about a 12 by 12 cage. Baleful yellow eyes set in a sable-black face, ears laid back and tail lashing in anger, and lips that drew up showing the nastiest set of choppers I've ever seen. She was beautiful, all right, but my vote would have gone to the iron bars that separated us. They were downright gorgeous.
Don't waste the time on the walk back in a Ford. You be a good girl. Pretty soon you and me will be good friends. You see, Mr. Dollar, right now, Ashanti, she's a very angry. She's a boil inside. But I'm a know my animals. And not long, she's going to eat out of my hand.
Yeah, well, she looked like she'd make a meal out of it right up to the elbow.
Oh,
Hey, Sandro.
What? Oh, you.
Who's this hombre?
This is Mr. Dollar. He's come from the insurance company.
Well, howdy, Mr. Dollar. I'm Tex Randall.
This is the man I tell you about.
How are you? You mean you captured this thing?
Yeah, I brung her in from the Togo territory in West Africa.
I thought my racket was tough sometimes. What'd you use, catnip?
Nope. I dug me a pit, covered her with a mat and some dirt, put me a fresh-killed goat in the middle, and when the cat fell in, I got some ropes on her and trussed her up.
Well, you make it sound simple.
Oh, see, so make it sound simple. Then why does it cheat me? Why don't stay with the first prize?
Hey, now you take a listen to me, Sandro. I told you I'd give you your money back and sell this cat somewhere else. The trip cost more than I thought it would. And I ain't about to lose dough on it just to make you happy.
Sometimes I'm thinking you don't talk straight. I'm gonna go back to my elephant now, Mr. Dollar.
Okay, Mr. Sandro. I'll check with you later.
He spent too much time talking to critters. He don't make no sense out of nothing.
Right.
I'm glad you're here, Dollar. I ain't been 20 yards away from this cat since I got her here. Been bunking in that sleeping bag every night right close to the cage. Now maybe I can get a break.
Well, then you must have been here the night somebody tried to put the snatch on her. Did you spot anybody?
Nobody I could be sure of, except maybe the little blonde guy. He left me something to remember him by. Wait till I pull my shirt up. Looky there. Looky there on my back. Just took the stitches out today.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch is right. The little runt caught me half in and half out of my sleeping bag. Doc says if that knife blade had gone in another hair's breadth, I'd have been spilt.
And with that happy thought, Tex Randall, a hard man to kill, left to go into town. I watched Ashanti tear into enough raw meat to keep a kennel of Great Danes happy for a week, after which she settled down for what you might call the original catnap. Sandro's elephant settled down to a short vocal lesson, and I settled down for a game of mumbly peg. But before I could get warmed up, I had a visitor.
Hello.
Wow, the Ava Gardner type with darker hair and olive skin.
You look as though you could use some company, Mr. Dollar.
Well, who couldn't? I was beginning to think the only females around here walked on all fours.
Oh, I've had the same feeling about the males. Then he didn't mention me.
Who?
Pop, the boss.
Oh, no. Sandro didn't mention much of anything but his black leopard.
Well, I'm Angela, his daughter.
Oh, I see. He probably forgot to mention you on purpose, hoping to keep my mind where it belongs, on my work.
Well, that's what I came to talk to you about. What can you do? You can't stay with the Shanti for the rest of her life, can you?
Well, before I found out about you, I would have said no.
Please be serious.
All right. There's only one thing to do. If the leopard isn't safe here, and from what I've seen and heard, I don't think she is, I'll just have to take her someplace else until this is all cleared up.
Take her someplace else?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would break Dad's heart.
It would break the heart of the company that hired me if a shanty turned up missing. Look, he can't take her on the road until next summer. We'll keep her safe until then. I'm sorry, but it's all I can do.
Oh, poor Dad. He's going to hate you for it, you know.
Oh, well, that I can stand. But there's no sense you're wasting our time feeling the same way.
I didn't say I would, did I? As a matter of fact, I was going to stay right here until you asked me out to dinner. Or something.
Oh, well, let's not hurry. Stick around. I'll figure out where to invite you when I know you better. And there, during the waning hours of the Georgia day, I learned that, up to a point, Angela was an easy girl to know. She liked cocktails, dinner, and dancing, so that's the schedule we set up for later. As soon as Tex Randall showed up to temporarily relieve me of my duties as leopard sitter. But at martini time, I was still sitting. And may I say that the cocktail hour spent in the middle of a menagerie is not the restful period it's supposed to be. As soon as the sun dropped, the noise rose. Wild brains and caged bodies reacting to the night, instinctively telling the countryside that whether they were free or not, this was their hunting time. I not only felt like Tarzan of the Apes, I felt uneasy. The shanty complained to me. A light from somewhere behind me glinted in her eye, then disappeared as she started her back and forth pacing again. It sounded like she was trying to tell me something. She was. I was too stupid to understand it. Oh! Whatever hit me from behind didn't land hard enough. I stayed on my feet, but a pair of strong hands twisted my arms behind my back, and one hand pushed my wrists into a double hammerlock. The point of a knife was jabbed into my back and started moving me forward toward the cage. The leopard stopped her pacing as she saw me coming. She reached out between the bars for me, her great paw spread, claws extended. The last thing I saw was her snarling face and the paw reaching. And there was a lunge behind me and something hit my head again. The cocktail hour was over. I'd passed out without a drink. Well, sir, I don't know how I lived through that one, but as it turned out, I did. When I opened my eyes, I was still in Georgia, but that condition was about all that hadn't changed, for the worse. My head was not only aching in the back, but a new lump had been born above the bridge of my nose. But nothing else had been added. When I finally got to my feet, I saw that only a trace was left of a shanty, the Black Leopard. A pair of ruts in the dirt made when her wheeled cage had been hauled away. I started out to find Sandro and a telephone, but one of my feet found something else before I'd taken 3 steps. I didn't know how he had gotten where I was supposed to be, but he'd made it. Tex Randall, his neck twisted and the marks of claws on the side of his battered head.
Police Department, Central Precinct, Sergeant Miller.
Hello, my name is Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator. I'm calling from the winter quarters of the Maximilian Sandro's Animal Show, from the owner's trailer. I want to report 2 things.
Yeah, well, wait a minute.
There's a body out here that your coroner ought to take a look at, either accidental or murder.
Well, hey, Lieutenant, get on this,
Two,
will you?
grand larceny. Somebody stole a black leopard.
Oh, now listen, if this is your idea of a joke, fella,
It's too late to joke, Sergeant. Just send some men out. I'll give them the rest of the story when they get here. Joke yet? What passes for humor in Georgia, anyway? Hey, Sandro! Sandro, come home! Nobody answered me but an old Libyan lion, so I shut up. I browsed around Sandro's trailer while I was waiting for the police. I wasn't looking for anything, but I found it. On a table, there was a small Christmas tree that had been transformed into what is commonly known as a friendship tree, meaning that about a half a dozen Christmas cards were hung on with cellophane tape. There was nothing else to read, so I scanned through those. And the third one I opened my eyes. It was inscribed, "Sorry, I can't be with you. Greetings from San Francisco. Your loving daughter, Angela." Before I could fully digest that tidbit, I heard a shoe scrape on the steps outside. Then the trailer door opened.
Well, here he is, Ben. I told you we'd find him here.
Yes. Very good, my dear.
The man with the Angela by whom I had so recently been taken in looked 50-ish, capable, suntanned, and well-armed.
Well, Mr. Dollar. You don't appear to be surprised.
After what's happened already tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if General Sherman dropped in on his way back from the sea.
Yes, splendid. I admire a show of courage, a sense of humor at the point of a gun.
Oh, think nothing of it. Sometimes my jokes are so funny they kill people.
I think we'd better get him out of here, Ben. I don't think it's safe.
Yes, you took the words right off the tip of my tongue, my dear. Shall we go, Mr. Dollar?
Should I ask where and why?
I've taken a small place in town. There, at our leisure, we shall discuss a fascinating subject. Namely, the whereabouts of a splendid black leopard. Move right ahead, Mr. Dollar. Oh, my dear, run up to Harold's room. Fetch him down. I may need him.
All right, Ben.
Into this room, Mr. Dollar. And please be seated.
If you don't mind my asking, Ben, how do you manage...
My dear sir. It just so happens that my full name and title is Sir Bennet Mountfort. The term of familiarity, Ben, is to be used only by my closest friends. Now, if you will couch your question properly...
Oh, it wasn't important. I just wondered, since that gun seems to be so much a part of you, how do you manage without shooting yourself while shaving?
You've a ready wit, haven't you? I know the proper time and place for a weapon, my boy. I've learned from experience. I chose early in youth as my avocation the hunting of big game. If you had faced the last desperate charge of a wounded lion or a maddened rhino as I faced them, you, too, would realize that a good weapon, properly aimed, is man's best friend. Which brings us to the subject of our mutual interest, the black leopard. Where have you hidden her?
What makes you think I have?
No. Let's have no deception, sir. The report brought back by my charming accomplice, who so ably posed as the daughter of that stupid showman, Mr. Sandro, was that you made no secret of your plan to carry off the cat to a place of safety. You will not deny that.
Why should I? You wouldn't believe me if I did.
Yeah, an admirable attitude, sir. Now, once more. Where is the leopard?
And if I told you, it wouldn't be worth much as a hiding place, would it?
If you do not tell me, sir, your life will be worth very little. Come now. Perhaps your loyalties are misplaced. What did that market hunter, Mr. Randall, tell you about the cat?
Not much. Except that he got a knife in the back, put there by somebody who was trying to steal her.
Well then, sir, I'll spin you a tale that'll set your blood to pounding. What would you say, my boy, if I told you that that black leopard is worth a king's ransom?
Well, I don't know. I'd probably ask why.
Well, she is, sir, and I'll tell you why. She was captured in the Togo territory, West Africa. I am quite familiar with that section. I've hunted there. A district par excellence for elephant, buffalo, and situtanga. As a matter of fact,
I was there before and shortly after Randall's infamous trapping of that fine beast. Did he tell you that?
Well, he did. Didn't make any impression. I hear there are a lot of people in Africa.
Well, to continue. The Togo territory is inhabited by the Awe tribe, a group of long-headed patrilineal people whose most interesting characteristic at this moment is the fact that they are animal worshippers. Now, does the point sink home?
Vaguely. That leopard Randall snagged is important to them. Is that it?
Yes, precisely. You struck it. And they'll pay a veritable fortune for her return. $100,000 in gold. And now that I've let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, do you have a price in mind? In return for which you will share with me the hiding place of the animal?
Yeah, you go on back to Togo and I'll cable you the address.
It's obvious, sir, that you are not in full command of your senses. Harold! Harold!
Yes, hold your horses. I'm coming.
Look, if Harold is your violence department, Ben, you can save your breath and his muscles. I'm not having any.
Stay where you are, sir. I give you fair warning.
Oh, nuts to your fair warning. If you want to find that black leopard, and I'm the only one that knows where she is, you're not going to do it by puncturing me.
Come back here, you fool. Come back here.
Take it easy, Ben. I'll get him from the stairs. That's far enough, Mr. Dollar.
You better call off your infantry, Ben.
All right, wise guy. Here it comes.
Harold, wait. Let him go.
What's the matter? You crazy?
He's going to steal me. Let him go, lest Randall have the upper hand.
Oh, brother. As I went out, I caught a glimpse of the man Mountford had called Harold, the same little blonde runt Randall had talked about. That wrapped up the question of who had played tic-tac-toe with a knife on the Texan. But 10 yards of Sir Ben's front walk later, I suddenly remembered Mountford's last words. Lest Randall have the upper hand, he said. It sounded like he didn't know Randall was dead, which shook my head and in a strictly nonsensical way made sense. Well, there was only one place for me to go, so that's where I went. Back to Maximilian Sandro's Animal Show. When I got there, I was awake, but all the smart animals were asleep, except for one.
Mr. Dollar!
Maximilian Sandro hailed me from the lee side of a tent.
Come here, Mr. Dollar, into the shadows. The police is by my trailer.
Where have you been, Sandro?
I was hiding, but I worry so much about you. When I come back where you are, you're not there.
What do you mean by your black leopard's cage? I'd left. That place had unpleasant memories for me.
Oh, see, me too. I'm a sad with. You see, when I see that man, Randall, he's a push you to the cage with a knife, I'm a go crazy. I'm a nothing. I'm a run up and a push. So then you fall, you hit your head in the bottom of the cage. And then Ashanti, she hit the Randall instead, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't bother with an apology to me.
No, you don't understand. Look, I'm a commit the murder. With these two hands, I'm a push him on the leopard.
Oh, well, there's such a thing as justifiable homicide. You were saving my life. So let's not worry about it until it gets to court. If it does. Where did you take your cat?
How you know that?
Nobody else has her, so you must. You were at the right place at the right time to haul her away.
All right. I tell you true. See, I take her away where she's safe. I keep her where she is until this trouble is no more.
Oh, now, listen to me, Sandro. I know how you feel, but I've met the people who were after your leopard. They say they can get $100,000 for her back in Africa.
$100,000? Consequento.
For that kind of money, they'll never stop looking for her. The only way to stop them is to let them find her, and then we'll try and wind this thing up.
Wind up? Does it mean finish?
Yeah. Oh. I'm pretty sure I've been followed here. Now, will you take me to the hideout?
Oh, no, so these people, they follow you there. I'm not like that.
I don't either, Sandro. $100,000 worth of cheese would even make a mouse. Sandro was a hard man to convince. I wasted more words than a Republican campaigner, and then I used blackmail. Then I told him I'd turn him in for Randall's killing and testify against him instead of for him. He saw things my way. The leopard's lair turned out to be an abandoned barn 5 miles farther out of town, to which we went in a truck that Sandro had driven into that jungle-type vacant lot.
Now come. This way, please. This way.
Okay.
It's a little side door.
Shanty was performing that old dance of hers again, pacing the length of her cage, back and forth, her head swinging rhythmically each time she turned. We'd made ourselves easy enough to follow on the way out, but my neck was getting stiff from helping my eyes follow the leopard's movements before I heard a sound outside the door. It sounded like a bolt jamming a shell into the chamber of a rifle. And that's what it was, because a rifle was what Sir Bennett Mountford was carrying when the trio came in.
Close the door, Harold.
I just did.
You, my dear, stay here out of harm's way.
Yes, Ben. I'll be all right.
Well, Mr. Dollar, I would say that the long stalk is successfully completed. The search ended.
You're quite a hunter, Mountford. Somebody should crown you with a coonskin cap, with a raccoon still living in it.
Yes. I'm glad to see you enjoying yourself, sir. Since the time for levity is on the wing, so to speak. Harold.
Yeah, name it.
Keep these two in your sights with a ready finger on the trigger. I'll set about putting this vicious cat out of existence.
No, he's not shooting my Ashanti.
Hey, Mountford, are you crazy? Put that rifle down.
Shut up, Dollar. You aren't running things.
Mountford, if that cat's worth $100,000 alive, why kill her?
Because we shall realize a much greater profit with her dead. Namely, $500,000 in uncut diamonds that are hidden in the floor of her cage.
Diamonds? Well, they couldn't have been safer, could they?
Precisely Randall's idea when he put them there in Africa. Now stand aside, sir. I don't wish to fire through your head, but I will if I must.
No, he's not shooting my Ashanti.
Hey, watch that maniac! He's going to let that cat out!
Ben, stop him!
Not fast! Don't move! I'll meet her charge!
No, Ashanti, run for your life!
Mountford had a lot of guts, but sometimes luck helps, and that night he didn't have any. Ashanti sprang straight through the little door of her cage. She was still in the air when she went past him, head high, and as she did, one of her fatal front paws reached out for him. It looked almost delicate, but the force of the blows sent Mountford clear across the barn, and when he landed, he didn't move. Ashanti streaked toward a square of night sky showing through a window, and she was gone.
Ashanti, come back.
I turned back, away from the window, to check on the rest of our guests, but they were gone. Apparently, there was something about a leopard on the loose that had made $500,000 in diamonds not as important to Harold and the phony Angela as distance between them and that barn. So, there I was, suddenly left with nothing to worry about. If you can call enough diamonds to stock the Kimberley mines, nothing. Expense account, item 2. Item 2? A case like this and I haven't laid up a cent. Oh, well, Christmas is coming. Item 2, $3. Cab fare from Brunswick Police Headquarters to hotel, after giving them my statement, which they didn't believe until they saw those diamonds. Then they sent out a 3-state alarm to pick up the phony Angela and Montford's shiv man, Harold. And expense account, item 3, $70.21. Train and cab fare, Brunswick to Hartford. Oh, and this advice I'll toss in for free. At last report, Ashanti was seen headed west toward Okefenokee Swamp, and Sandra was organizing a group to go after her. My advice is this: don't insure the lives of those men. If you want to throw your money away, throw it to me. Let's see, expense account total, $152.70. Signed, yours truly, Johnny Frank Buck Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, this is Miss Beale at the travel office calling back. I got your plane space all right.
Oh, good. Wait till I get a pencil. Okay.
You leave Idlewild tomorrow morning at 9 on National Flight 405, and you reach New Orleans tomorrow evening at 5:01.
5:01. Got it.
You'll have to stay in New Orleans overnight, and the earliest flight I could get out of there is Pan American number 701 the next morning at 8.
8 o'clock.
That'll put you in Managua at 5:50 that evening. And there's a train from there to San Juan del Sur.
Oh, that part of it should be fun.
The fare one way, including tax, is $216.55. Where'd you buy a round trip?
Well, just habit, I guess. Superstition. I don't like to presume I'm going to get back from any of these trips I make. That would really be asking for trouble.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Britannia Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the David Rocky matter. Expense account item 1, $4.50, transportation from Hartford to New York City. Item 2, $1.20 cab fare to the hiring hall of the National Maritime Union.
Tom?
I talked with you on the phone, Mr. Richter. Dollar?
Oh, yeah. Well, like I told you then, your man is in San Juan del Sur. Or if he left, we don't know about it.
I hope he's there. I've got plane reservations.
I called the Edwardson line. That's the outfit he was sailing for. I want to double check on our records, and theirs are the same. He missed his sailing in San Juan del Sur. They signed on a local man as far as Panama.
The ship was the Lyle Edwardson?
That's it.
Can you give me anything that would help identify him?
Well, here's his signature and his last job assignment card.
Oh. Can I keep this?
I guess so, sure.
Thanks.
Let's see, here's his membership book number, 146544.
Uh-huh. All right. Would you happen to have any photographs in your file?
No, but the Coast Guard office would, on his certificate of identification and certificate of service. They'll both be in a file on him over there.
Good, that's what I need. I wouldn't know him if I did find him.
I'll fix you up. Naturally, I'm curious. You flying all the way down to that port. What do you want with this David Rocky? Mind telling me?
He just became a millionaire.
What?
Well, when Rocky was a kid, he was adopted by a Titus Morgan in Boston. Wealthy man. He just died, leaving everything to Rocky.
How do you like that?
$1.5 million, including $50,000 in insurance. That put me on the case.
How would you like to get some news like that?
I don't think I could take it. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Richter.
That was nothing. Yeah, when you find this guy, ask him if he can spare a few bucks for the seaman's home, will you?
From the Coast Guard documents on David Rocky, I memorized his picture, and the next morning, I left New York. Expense account item 3, $297 fare and incidentals to Managua. Item 4, $35, a charter plane I finally arranged for the next day that put me in San Juan del Sur at 3 o'clock the next afternoon. I found hotel accommodations and then looked up the local office of David Rocky's last employers, the Edwardson Steamship Lines.
Well, that's it. Oh. Good afternoon.
Hello. My name is Dollar. I just arrived from Hartford, Connecticut.
Well. My name is Wall, Clayton Wall. How do you do?
Mr. Wall?
Why on earth would anyone leave Hartford to come to a place like this?
I'm an insurance investigator. I was sent down here to find a seaman who sailed on one of your ships, David Rocky. Remember him?
Oh, yes. Certainly I remember him. Did you say insurance investigator?
That's right. Why did you ask that?
Oh, I just wondered. What do you want with him?
He has some money coming from a policy and an estate.
Oh. I think I'd go back to Hartford, Mr. Dollar.
Why?
David Rocky is not in a position to hear about money up in the States.
Oh?
He's in jail. He's being charged with murder.
Oh, I see. When did this happen?
I'm afraid I don't have all the particulars. The papers, they aren't famous here for accurate reporting. But he missed his ship, you know. That was not quite 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I've been told that.
I believe the reason was a drinking bout. And as a result of it, this employee of ours, a Nicaraguan, was killed. Stabbed to death, I believe.
Why didn't anybody know about this in New York, his union or your company?
Things move very slowly down here.
Well, you must be in contact with your New York office.
My communications are of a purely business nature, Mr. Dollar. I suppose that sounds rather inhumane.
Yes, matter of fact, it does.
This office handles many thousands of dollars each year for the company, and I have to protect its position.
You mean that's why you didn't report this trouble of Rocky's?
And if I had, it would have meant interference with the officials.
And that wouldn't have been good for you?
It would not. One who wants to continue in business here doesn't interfere with the Guardia Nacional. It is both military and police. And like in all countries, they have legal procedures.
I take it you haven't seen Rocky since he was arrested?
No, I haven't.
Well, I hope you don't mind if I do.
I'll be blunt with you. As long as the interference doesn't stem from this office, I think it's highly in order. I wish you luck, Mr. Dollar. And I'd like to have you tell me how you come out. I'm not as heartless as I sound.
No, sure. Just a good businessman. Before I tackled them, I learned what I could about the police setup in Nicaragua. The Guardia had been organized originally by American Army and Marine officers. A lot of what I dug up would have been good news to criminals, a couple of thousand men enforcing laws in the country about the size of New York State. But at least it looked like I'd find somebody who could speak English. I did, but that was all there was in my favor.
You cannot talk to him. He's a prisoner, and I will not have people talk to him.
Why not, Sergeant? Why don't you want me to see him?
It's for me to say. That is my order.
You're an important man, I understand that, but there are some who are more important.
What do you say?
You're evidently used to dealing with people who are afraid of you. I don't have any reason to be afraid of you.
Importance? I do not understand. And fear?
I'm here under the proper papers. They give me certain rights. David Rocky was under papers, too. He has rights. Does he have a lawyer?
He does not want one.
That's difficult to believe.
You think I lie?
I think you'd better let me go see him.
No. He's a prisoner.
Prisoner or not, he has a right to see me. I'll go to the American consul in Managua if I have to. You must know where he'll go, to your superior officers. You can't do this because of personal feelings, Sergeant.
You stay 10 minutes, no more.
Thanks. Maybe that'll be enough.
Who is it?
Don't you have a light?
No. Who is it?
My name is Dollar, Rocky. I came down from the States to find you.
That's a laugh. I know how these things go. They haven't even heard about it up there, so why should anybody come looking for me?
Titus Morgan died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What does that have to do with it?
He, left you a little money, some insurance. Company wanted to find you so they could clear their books.
This a fact?
Yeah. What about this murder charge?
If you've been outside, you know more about it than I do. This is where I woke up, and this is where I've been. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean, this is where you woke up?
I got drunk. I don't remember getting here.
You know about the murder charge?
Oh, yeah, they told me about that.
What happened?
I don't know. I drank too much. It almost seems like I got a Mickey.
Did you kill this guy?
Are you on the level?
Certainly I am. Here, hold my wallet while I get a match. That's my operating license. My cards are inside.
Connecticut. It's close to home. I'm sorry I was so suspicious, but you could have been working for the police, coming in here to give me some false hope and make me blab.
What about the killing?
I don't remember. I don't know what happened. His name was Sagasa. He was foreman of the longshoreman crew that loaded us.
I know that.
Well, I didn't have to stand watch that night, so I went with him. I've done it before. I knew him. There were all these drinks at his place finally with his wife. I remember midnight, but not much after that, except half remembering going to bed because I was so stiff.
You went to bed there?
I'm not even sure of that. I think so. I don't remember going anyplace else. And believe me, I've been trying to.
What then?
I don't know. Almost like a nightmare. I can remember the police being there. In the morning, I was here. And that Sergeant Ortega won't tell me what's going on or let me see anybody. I don't even know how he was killed.
He'd been stabbed. He was lying on the floor in the middle of the front room.
I wouldn't have any reason to kill Emiliano.
You remember who was with you?
Yeah, there was his wife, as I said.
What's her name?
Misha.
Tell me about her.
Well, there's nothing about her. She's Sagasa's wife. After I met him, I met her. I've made this port quite a few times and got to know them both.
Mm-hmm. Who else was with you?
2 other men. One was Dave Light. He was a crew member of the ship, so he's gone. The other is Chris Binstead. He's in charge of the warehouses here for the Edwards and Company. Then there was another girl, Alicia. I don't know where she came from.
I'll find out.
You're really going to look into it?
Yeah. I don't see an American sitting here in a black cell without somebody helping him.
I won't say I've been praying, but if I had been, you'd sure be the answer to them.
I'll let you know what I find out.
And Mr. Morgan died.
That's right.
He was a great man. I wish I'd stayed home.
I'll try to see you tomorrow night.
Hey, let me out.
I couldn't see him. The cell was that dark. But when the door clanged shut behind me, I realized the irony of the situation. The heir to $1.5 million fortune in a jail cell in Nicaragua without rights, privileges, or even light.
We will return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Every Saturday night, Americans from coast to coast play Sing It Again. Do you? Well, if you don't know the fun and excitement you're missing. Prizes galore, plus a special jackpot prize if you can name the Phantom Voice. So stay at home, play at home on Saturday nights, when over many of these same CBS stations, Dan Seymour says it's Sing It Again. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now you saw the prisoner don't trouble me no more.
He told me he wouldn't have any reason to kill the man, Sergeant.
That's what he said.
And that he doesn't remember killing him.
That's what he said, too. And why?
He says he was drunk, yes. But he remembers other things, like the police being there. Seems to me he'd remember killing somebody.
Why you think he tell the truth if he do remember?
It just seems to me that he was telling the truth.
You are too innocent, senor.
Maybe. But I'd like to know what you've got on him.
I do not understand.
Well, what are you building your case on? Just the fact that he says he doesn't remember? He says he'd have no reason to kill Emiliano. What motive are you using?
Motive? The wife.
You mean there was something between Rocky and the wife?
To herself, she is a cat, and all men, they are mice for her.
All right, that's something. It wouldn't be enough in my country.
No?
That's nothing but the vaguest kind of circumstantial evidence. Don't you have anything real? The murder weapon, for example?
It was not found.
What about the fatal wounds, then? What kind of a knife made them, do you think?
It was a wide knife.
Uh-huh. As a seaman, Rocky could have been carrying a knife, but it would have been a small one. You think of that?
We searched him. He did not have a knife. He threw it away.
How do you know he threw it away?
He did not have it. You believe in his lies. I tell you what the people say who were with him.
I don't want to hear your version of what they said. I'll talk to them myself.
No, you do not. You do not interfere.
Look, as far as you're concerned, he's guilty until he can be proved innocent. And you don't want anybody to try and do that. Now, don't try to stop me, Sergeant. If you don't want your superiors on your neck.
You'll be in trouble, too. You aren't careful.
My first move was to get a cable off to Hartford advising the company of the situation and suggesting that the Titus Morgan estate send a lawyer to San Juan del Sur as quickly as possible. By then, it was 5 p.m. Through Clayton Wall in the Edwardson office, I found the address of the Sagasa widow, one in a section of houses that the company had improved for their employees. Mrs. Sagasa was an attractive, unusually fair-skinned woman of maybe 23 or 4, who was outside enjoying the moist wind of evening when I arrived. She, too, spoke English.
The company taught me. I work there.
It seems to be a good company. Does a lot for its San Juan people.
Sometimes I think it is good, but then sometimes I think it would be better never to know any Americans. But they bring me many presents from America.
David Rocky and who else?
The other sailor from the ship, the one named David.
Light?
Yes, that one too, and one called Robert.
What did your husband say about all these presents? Didn't he mind?
Only sometimes he was angry. He would say, "You are my wife, you don't take these things." And I say, "Yes, Emiliano, I'm your wife, and these things don't change that." And he would smile, and he was not angry anymore.
Was he angry about David Rocky?
Sometimes.
You know he's in jail, don't you?
Yes, I know.
Did you see him kill your husband?
No.
I understand you were here.
Yes, I was here with Alicia. We came out here. It was hot inside.
Oh. And the men were still inside, huh? Dave Light and Rocky and your husband?
Yes.
And there was one other, wasn't there? What was his name, Binstead?
Yes, Chris Binstead.
Did you hear anything from out here?
Well, only talking.
All of them talking?
I think so.
David Rocky thinks he remembers lying down while he was here.
I think he stood up.
He was up when you came out of your house?
Yes, I think so. It was... Well, there was a lot of rum.
Yes, I know. Had there been any trouble? Any arguments?
No, I don't think so.
Don't you remember?
There was only trouble when Chris ran out. Then Emiliano stayed.
What did Chris say?
He said, "Dave, he cut Emiliano."
Dave who?
Only Dave.
Could he have meant Dave Light?
Well, I don't know.
Was Dave Light still in the house?
No, he was gone to bring the Guardia.
Look, it's very important that I learn all the truth about what happened. The Guardia have made up their minds that David Rocky killed your husband. If he did, he'll be punished. But if he didn't, that's got to be proved. I came here to tell him that, well, that he had a new life to live.
New life? What does this mean, it's new life?
David Rocky is a rich man in America now.
Rich man?
Do you know how much $1 million is?
No.
Well, it's more than you or your children or your grandchildren could ever spend here in San Juan. David Rocky has more than that now. He doesn't know. I came here to tell him about it. But when I found out about your husband, I didn't.
Oh, no. He would surely curse God if you told him.
You understand now why I have to learn the truth, don't you?
Yes.
All right. Then will you take me into your house and try to remember everything that happened before you and Alicia went outside? Another Edwardson ship had docked that evening, and I found Chris Binstead on the wharf supervising the placement of the cargo that was streaming into the warehouse. He didn't want to, but he turned his job over to a helper and led me up some stairs to his office in the loft of the building.
I don't quite get you being down here. You say Dave Rocky came into some money, huh?
Yeah, a little. From an insurance policy.
Somebody in his family?
He didn't have any family.
That's what I thought. He never talked about having a home or anything. Did you get in to see him?
Yeah, I saw him. It's a whale of a spot he's in.
Yeah. I feel sorry for him, but what else can you expect?
Did you see him kill Sagasa, Chris?
Yeah. And I don't want to see anything like that again.
What happened exactly?
Well, the whole thing was that everybody'd been drinking too much. He passed out and laid down on a cot. If he'd stayed there, everything would have been all right, but Misha, she's nothing but a package of trouble anyway. She had to go over and try to wake him up. She said something that got her husband started.
What do you mean, started?
Riled up, something personal. So he goes over and dumps Rocky on the floor and tells him to get out and not come back. Rocky hit him once and then went out in the kitchen, got the knife, came back.
Misha told me she was outside.
Yeah, she was. I sent both the women out when the trouble started.
She said there hadn't been any trouble.
She knows better than that.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I can't see Why she'd lie.
I never figured them out, any of them. Anyway, Rocky came back with a knife, and they called each other some names, and then all of a sudden there was Emiliano on the floor.
Then what?
Yeah, that was the end of it. Went and told Misha what had happened. Dave Light went after the Guardia.
What did you say to Misha?
Oh, I just told her that Rocky had killed her husband.
She says you told her Dave did, that you didn't say Rocky.
Well, maybe I did say Dave, but I meant Dave Rocky. What are you pressing me for?
I'm just trying to find out what happened.
I told you what happened.
How about this Dave Light? How come he was able to climb aboard his ship and leave?
He reported the thing. Mr. Wall at the main office talked to the Guardia, and they let him go. What is all this, Dollar? You got the facts.
It's funny that David Rocky doesn't remember killing him.
Is that what he says? He doesn't remember?
A man who does a thing like that when he's blind drunk is usually following his subconscious mind. That would mean that when he's sober, he probably would have thought about killing Emiliano.
So?
That would mean that the motive might be the elimination of the husband. Now, I can't figure a seaman who's here in San Juan only a few days at a time even thinking of going to these lengths to get rid of Misha's husband.
What are you driving at, Dollar?
I'm thinking out loud, I guess. Why?
That'd better be all.
I guess you have to get back to work, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot for seeing me. It was coal black when I left and made my way on foot back to my hotel. A message was waiting for me at the desk. Please phone Mr. Clayton Wall.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, I've been waiting for you to call.
Yes, Mr. Wall, what is it?
The widow, Micha, came to my house. She wanted to get in touch with you.
That's funny. I gave her my hotel.
You were out and she couldn't find you.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it. What does she want?
She didn't tell me, but she'll be at her house and would like to have you come there.
All right, I'll go right over.
¿Quién es?
Mr. Dollar.
Why you don't come before this?
Well, I was busy asking questions. I saw Chris Binstead.
What did he say?
It's hard to tell the lies from the alcoholic confusion.
I don't understand you.
I don't understand it either, Misha. Well, why'd you want to see me?
I found a knife
Oh? Where?
behind that
That chest?
Yes. It's there. I didn't touch it.
Why wasn't it found before?
The Guardia, they didn't look.
How did you happen to find it?
I don't know. After you leave, I started to think, and something told me, look there.
Now tell me the truth, Misha.
I tell the truth.
You want to help David Rocky?
If I can help.
All right. Then don't say anything about finding the knife. Not to anybody.
I don't tell.
You didn't tell Mr. Wall?
He asked me, but I don't tell.
All right, leave it that way. Don't say anything to anybody. I slept after that, almost the first sleep I'd had since I left New York. And the first thing the next morning, I arranged for another charter plane to Managua. In it, I sent the murder weapon and the only other thing I could think of that carried David Rocky's fingerprints. My wallet that he'd held while I showed him my identification. After a meal that passed for breakfast, I went back to see him.
I've been going crazy in here. What have you found out?
Oh, not much. Some of it good, some bad. We'll have to wait till this afternoon to do any more.
Seems like this is a hangover I'm never going to get over. The times I haven't been going crazy, I've been thinking of Mr. Morgan. How did he die?
Heart.
He wasn't very old. I keep remembering what he said when I left, that there were two worlds and that I was picking the wrong one. He adopted me, you know.
Yeah. I talked to his lawyers, but I didn't get the whole story.
It doesn't make any difference, I guess, except that I could have made him a lot happier than I did. He had a son of his own that got killed in an auto accident when he was 14. The mother, too.
I didn't know that.
I was the same age, and I was supposed to take his son's place. Mr. Morgan found me in a state home, took me in. Gave me everything, put me through school, high school.
Why did you leave him?
Guess I'd lived too long in the other world or something. I always felt like an outsider. Then the war came along, and I went into the merchant marine.
How old are you now, Rocky?
27. I went back after the war, but I wasn't cut out for it, I guess. Tuxedos and formal dinners and dames I didn't understand. The rest of the people who never seemed to say what they were thinking.
Yeah, there are plenty of those.
I tried because I knew Mr. Morgan wanted me to. There was just something rough in me that I couldn't hold down. And there were a couple of things with these stuffed shirts, fights. Finally, a few years back, I got up and left without saying anything to Mr. Morgan.
I got no sermon to preach.
I know it wasn't the way to do it. And he left me some insurance anyway. How do you like that guy?
Have you been thinking about the Sagasa thing, Rocky?
I've been trying.
You can't remember any more?
No. Does it look bad?
I can't tell about these other people.
I wouldn't have killed him. Misha's trouble, I know that, but I wouldn't have killed him. I didn't have any reason to.
It's been my approach, but I haven't proved anything with it. You sit tight until I come back. Oh, here. I brought you some cigarettes. I got an answer that morning on my cable to Hartford. The Morgan estate was sending a lawyer. Then I waited until the middle of the afternoon when the charter plane came back from Managua with the results of the fingerprint tests. There was only one place to go.
Mr. Dollar?
Why didn't you give me a straight story at the beginning, Rocky?
Oh, what do you mean?
Why didn't you tell me you killed him?
Did I kill him?
You know you did.
No, I swear I don't. I don't remember.
You mean that, don't you?
I don't remember, Mr. Dollar. I don't remember. Did I kill him?
Didn't you ever think of getting Sagasa out of the way?
Yeah. He was in the way. Did I kill him?
I've been looking for evidence that would say you didn't. What I found says you did.
What?
Your fingerprints on the knife, and no other fingerprints at all. They couldn't have been faked. There was only one way to get them there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So am I.
I didn't mean to. I had no reason to. Why did I? Well, things happen, I guess. It could have happened to anybody who doesn't have any more sense than I do. I got nobody to blame. Nobody.
Expense account, item 5, same as items 3 and 4, transportation back to Hartford. Item 6, miscellaneous, $235. Expense account total, $840.75. Remarks? I'm sorry the mission wasn't more successful. The estate lawyer arrived before I left, and although he wasn't familiar with Nicaraguan courts, he felt that David Rocky had a chance on a second-degree murder plea. None of us knew what the terms would be. But we did know that $1.5 million was worth waiting for. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is a Paramount Pictures production, The Redhead and the Cowboy. Featured in tonight's cast were Lillian Baeff, Bill Conrad, Tyler McVeigh, Edgar Barrier, Jay Novello, and Jack Moyles. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dick Cutting, inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
There's Saturday night fun with the young married set when Lucille Ball and her favorite husband come along later this evening on most of these same CBS stations. You'll enjoy the laughs with Lucille Ball as she tries to help, but more often hinders the man she calls my favorite husband. And now, stay tuned for Von Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Hopalong Cassidy rides every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
It's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Lou Krager, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, Lou, what's up?
They found the boat a few miles off the Atlantic side of St. Croix.
Oh?
She was empty.
Neither one of them aboard?
No. From what I understand, it looks like there was trouble, all right.
How's that?
Blood stains. I guess signs of a struggle. The engine had run until it was out of gas.
They're sure it's the boat, huh? Yeah, they must be.
Oh, they're sure. It's registered to Willard South.
Yeah, all right. Where can I see it?
Well, they won't have it in for another 30 minutes. The police dock is next to Royal Mail. You can't miss it. I'll meet you there if you want.
Good, Lou. I'll see you in about 20 minutes.
Edmund O'Brien and a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Great Eastern Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Willard South matter. Expense account item 1, $143.80, airfare and incidentals between Hartford and the city of Charlotte Amalie, island of St. Thomas, Virgin Island Group. I arrived there 2 days after the disappearance of your policyholders, Willard South and his wife, Georgina, and 1 day after the report had been made by his foster mother. She was too upset to be questioned, but I did find a local guide and boat owner who claimed to know the boating habits of Willard South through a number of fishing trips. I made arrangements with him to start my own search the next morning, but it was this guide, Lou Krager, who phoned that second evening to tell me that South's cruiser had been found empty.
Oh, Dollar, over here.
Yeah, Lou.
I didn't know if you'd spotted me or not.
I hadn't. You could do better on light down here.
Oh, that is part of the romance of the island.
This is the boat, huh?
Police officer still aboard. A native by the name of Shoy. I told him you were coming. We can go aboard now. In the cabin. Officer Shoy?
Yes?
Mr. Dollar is here.
Oh, come inside then.
Thanks for letting me aboard, officer.
Glad to meet you, Mr. Dollar. I was sent to your University of Iowa to learn to be a policeman.
It's a good school.
I learned what they taught me, but I've had no chance to learn if what they taught me is right. It is our boast that there is no crime in the Virgin Islands. That has been right. But now this...
Well, it happens in the best of circles sooner or later. What do you make of it?
Well, let me show you with my light. Near the wheel, see?
The bullet still in the wood?
Yes. I will take out the piece of the panel with a saw and take the bullet from that.
This blood stain under the wheel. Are there more like it?
This is the large one.
As if somebody fell there.
As if somebody fell there. There are more here and more in the passageway than on the deck. There on the rail, as if somebody climbed over the side or was pushed over.
Yeah.
There's one other thing back here. This piece of line. Look.
It's been cut.
Mr. Krager says a small boat was usually tied to the stern.
You sure of that, Lou?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Willard always trailed a dinghy. You know, like a skiff, unless he was trolling. Then he hoisted it aboard.
But where is it now?
You're searching for it, aren't you?
Yes. So is the Coast Guard boat.
I wish you luck. A little skiff will be a lot harder to find than a cruiser like this. Well, I'll be anxious to learn of any developments, Officer Shoy. I'm staying at the Grand. Nothing had developed by noon the next day. I spent the morning on routine legwork, and at 12:30, I was back at the Willett South address. It was an old building with enough elevation to give its windows a view of Charlotte Amelie's pleasant harbor. I'd known Willett South's foster mother lived there, but I hadn't known about the man who met me at the door.
I'm Willard's brother. I was told you'd called yesterday. Mr. Dollar, come in.
Your mother was too upset to talk with me yesterday. You've gotten the news on what they found, I suppose.
Yes, I went down to see the boat. Has anything further been learned?
No, not yet.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar. It's cooler here on the veranda.
Thank you.
I wasn't here yesterday because I was searching for Willard's boat, too.
I'm surprised to learn Willard has a brother. I've asked a lot of questions about him in the village. Nobody mentioned you.
Well, I'm only here a few days a year. My home is in Tampa. I arrived the first of the week, Tuesday.
I'm glad I met you before I had to see your mother. It's a lot easier to be blunt with a brother.
Blunt, Mr. Dollar?
About Willard's reputation on the island. I can't seem to find anybody who doesn't hate him.
I'm afraid you won't either.
Do you know anyone who hated him enough to shoot him?
Well, I hardly know how to answer that. I know a number of men have been hurt seriously by him.
The ones that have lost wives?
Yes. Do you think he's dead?
I don't know. The only thing I'm sure of is that there was a shooting on his boat and somebody was hurt. I'm told your brother and his wife were seen leaving on it at dusk, night before last. Is that right?
Yes. They'd packed an evening meal.
Meal had never been eaten. Were little trips like this a regular habit of theirs?
No, they weren't at all. It was a special occasion. Georgina has never stopped hoping she could reform Willard and win him back. This trip was one more of her efforts.
Did they say where they were going?
No, but I thought it would be Calibra. That's an island about 20 miles from here in a westerly direction. Mother said they started that way, but the boat was found almost 40 miles in the other direction.
It's a matter of 60 miles.
Yes, 60 miles. Mr. Dollar, what could have happened in those 60 miles?
I don't know yet, but I hope to find out. You knew about the skiff being cut loose.
Yes, they told me, but...
Paul, dear.
Yes, Mother.
Who's with you? Is there any news?
Nothing yet. Mother, this is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
How do you do, Mr. Dollar?
Mrs. South, I'm sorry I have to meet you at a time like this.
A great many crises in the past 10 years have revolved around my son, Willard. I've conditioned myself to expect them. Even his death by violence, if that should be.
Mother, please.
But if harm has come to Georgina...
There's no evidence of that, Mrs. South.
Well, if it does, I shall hold myself responsible.
Mother.
Because I allowed her to become the wife of the beast I have called my son.
It was a rare situation. There was no actual evidence that Willett South had been murdered, but almost everyone I talked to seemed to think he had been, simply because there were so many motives. One of the people who didn't think so was a newcomer to the island, Celeste Robertson, there to take advantage of the 6 weeks divorce law.
Who told you about me?
A bartender up the street. He said you and South had been seen together recently.
Yes, I know him. As a matter of fact, I've spent quite a bit of time with him in the last couple of weeks.
Where do you think he is?
But I don't know.
You think he's dead?
No. No, I don't.
Most people do.
Well, I can't help that. I know a lot of people don't like him.
Would there be anyone close to you that doesn't like him?
No, there wouldn't. I'm here alone.
When did you see him last?
The afternoon before he and his wife disappeared in their boat.
You answered that almost as if you knew you'd be asked the question.
Well, I didn't. I just remembered it was only a couple of days ago.
But you wouldn't remember his mentioning anybody who might be out after his scalp, huh? I understand he enjoys that sort of thing.
He never mentioned anybody.
What are you holding back, Mrs. Robertson?
Nothing. I don't have anything to hold back.
Did he ever say anything to you about getting rid of his wife?
I don't know what you mean.
Look, all we have to work with is a bullet hole in the boat and some bloodstains that could have come from her or from him.
He never said anything.
And what are you afraid of?
I'm not. Look, Mr. Dollar, please, I don't want to get my name mixed up in this if I can help it. I'm here sort of on good behavior.
I know I was wrong to see him because he was married, but
But what?
just because I did see him, I don't think I have to get mixed up in things like shooting. Something I don't know about at all.
I guess you can't be blamed for that. You don't have to get mixed up in it. Unless you already are. All that day, planes searched the sea for the missing skiff. Boats, too, swept back and forth between the islands. It wouldn't seem possible that anything they missed would ever be found. But it was. That evening, after the planes had given up in order to get back to their fields before dark, a radio report was received from one of the boats. The skiff had been found, and in it, still alive, was Mrs. Willard South. I was with Officer Shoy when the boat was docked under the steady hand of a leathery old skipper with the help of one crewman.
Forward there. Get some fenders over, Gerald. What's the matter with you? All right. Take a strain now.
We can go aboard now, Mr. Dollar.
All right.
Hello, Captain Bracken.
Hello yourself, Officer Shoy.
Your luck is good.
Ain't used these eyes for 72 years for nothing, Officer Shoy.
How's Mrs. South? Can she talk to us?
She cannot. She's been put through a hard time. She gets turned over to Dr. Garr before she talks to anybody else.
What about her husband? Did she say what happened?
Yes, she did. She seen him shot down before her very eyes. And his dead body heaved to the sharks. And then somebody go fetch Dr. Garr. She needs some work, else she'll die.
We'll return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Have you heard the news, Sing It Again? The new comedy of Jan Murray, your host, on that coast-to-coast phone. The new cash prizes for cracking the mystery of Sing It Again's phantom voice. The new speed and color of the tuneful little riddle songs that make Sing It Again a Saturday night must for radio listening. You'll like the new Sing It Again. Be listening for it tonight on most of these same CBS stations. Now with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
It wasn't until the next morning that Dr. Garr decided Mrs. South was strong enough to be questioned. He'd taken her to the single small hospital in Charlotte Amalie, and at 10, he beckoned from the door to her room.
I think it'll be all right, but please don't tire her.
Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
I want you to question her. I never learned about a case like this one.
I never did either. Anything you say. All right, Doctor.
Georgina, this is Officer Shoy, and this is Mr. Dollar.
Yes?
Mr. Dollar is here to ask you some questions, but I don't want you to let him tire you.
I'll try not to, Mrs. Allen.
Why are you here?
I was sent down from the States when you and your husband disappeared by your insurance company.
I see.
Now, I know it's pretty horrible to go back over it, but we've got to find out just what happened on that boat. The quicker we do it, the quicker we can get to the bottom of it.
I'll try to help.
Captain Bracken told us just the bad details.
He's the boat captain who found you. Remember, I mentioned his name.
Yes.
He told us you saw somebody shoot your husband. Who was it?
I don't know. There were two men. I've never seen them before.
How did they get aboard, Mrs. Allen?
We were on our way to Calibra. Almost halfway, I think. It was dark, and we saw a light blinking from another boat. Will said it was a signal that somebody was in trouble, and we went over. This man said they'd run out of fuel and asked if we had any to spare. But when Will pulled alongside, this man jumped on our boat, a gun, and
It's all right, Georgina. Don't go on if you don't want to.
he shot Will. That's all. He shot him, And then the other man jumped aboard, too.
What did they say?
They didn't say anything.
You think your husband knew them?
No, he didn't know them.
What did they do then?
Well, one of them hit me because I was screaming. I was wearing a bracelet, and he grabbed it off my wrist and made me take off 2 rings and give them to him. And they took Will's wallet and they dragged him out, and then they pushed him into the water. And I don't remember anymore. I can't.
It's all right, Georgina. Nobody can hurt you now.
No.
Gentlemen, I think we'd better let her rest now.
Sure, Doctor. I'm sorry we had to bother you, Mrs. Allen.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Considering what she's been through, I think she did very well.
Actually, her physical condition, except for exhaustion, is quite good. She did have water during the time she was adrift and some shelter from the sun. What do you make of it?
Well, the whole thing seems pretty brutal for simple robbery. Say, where's the nearest prison, Shoy?
Puerto Rico.
Now, that's something that had not occurred to me. Escaped convicts might carry out such a ruthless attack, might they not?
Yeah, even more so.
Well, I will send cables to both of those prisons.
I think you'd better. It was little enough to go on, but it was obviously useless to try to get any more information from Mrs. South then. Dr. Guy had every right to insist that we leave his patient alone. Officer Shoy went to his headquarters to cable his questions, and I went back to the waterfront. The skiff was still on the dock, but before I even got to it, I was hailed.
Hey, you there. Whatever your name is.
How are you, Captain Bracken?
Oh, how's the invalid? Have you heard?
Yeah, I just left her. She'll be okay.
Yeah, lots of spunk, that one. What are your figures behind it?
Well, she wasn't strong enough to tell us much. But Officer Shoy is checking the possibility that those 2 men she talks about might be escaped convicts.
Say, they might have been.
Well, I can't see anybody like that leaving her alive to talk about it.
Yeah, no matter how low they get, there's them that can't kill a woman, I suppose. What are you doing down here?
I want to take a look at that skiff by daylight. The escaped prisoner theory is too long a chance to rest on. It still may have been a local job.
Oh, I hate to see it turn out that way somehow.
Why do you say that?
Oh, this wants to be a peaceful island. It's the truth. Nobody wasted any affection on Willard. But if it'd been downright fitting if 2 escaped convicts done that devil in.
I spent 30 minutes looking over the skiff, and another hour going over Willard South's cruiser again. Nothing I dug out of either one added up. Neither did the results of a trip to the cable office. There had been no recent escapes from the prisons. Right from the beginning, for all my prying and all my questions, I hadn't gotten one positive lead. But by this time, there were so many things I couldn't put my finger on that I began to reason, why not make a weapon of just that? So I started again with Luke Rager, the first person I'd met in the investigation. I found him aboard his boat.
Dollar, what's got into you anyway?
I'm sick and tired of the runaround and double talk I've been getting.
I don't get it.
You will. You were quick to make yourself available to me when I showed up here. Why, Crater?
I thought you needed some help. You wanted a boat. I had one.
I think you mean somebody else needed help. That piece of line you pointed out to Officer Shoy and me on South's cruiser, the short piece. Who cut it?
I don't know. How should I know who cut it?
It's one of the things you better get straight. You said it had been used to tow the skiff. The line of the skiff had not been cut.
What does that mean?
That you were lying. Now, I'm no sailor. But why cut a line when loosening a couple of half hitches would free the skiff?
But it was cut, wasn't it?
The line you pointed out was cut. And you made your point that Willard South always trailed the skiff. Why? Because you wanted the search for it to go on. Because you knew his wife was alive and would be found in it.
I think the tropics have got you, Dollar.
You don't think I can break this case down, do you? Because half of the non-tourists on the island are willing to lie to cover up for her. I don't care how noble their loyalty is. This case is going to be broken down. Because there's a reason Coast Guard planes can search for 3 days and not find her, but that night after dark, your friend Bracken can. Her story of the other boat and the 2 men.
If the South cruiser had been stolen, the other boat would have been found.
How do you know what happened?
I know that a doctor will be here in less than 18 hours who will prove that Georgina South did not spend 3 days adrift.
Dollar! You don't know what you're talking about. Where are you going?
To cable the doctor.
Now, wait a minute. You don't know what you're doing, Dollar.
I was told what to do when I was sent down here.
Leave things as they are, Dollar. Believe me, it's the right thing to do.
Not where I come from.
Well, I can't let you. Mr. Krager, I order you to stop. Stop, or I have the right to use
You heard him, Krager. You heard him. Take it easy.
Listen to me, Dollar. Sometimes right, the way you find it in the book, isn't right. Remember that I told you.
Mr. Dollar.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. South. I didn't see you in the swing. I wouldn't have barged in.
You startled me. I must have been dozing. There's been so little sleep.
Yes, I know. I went to the hospital first. They told me that Georgina had come home.
Yes, she did.
I'll have to see her, please.
Why must you see her, Mr. Dollar?
I think you know. You know, Willard's brother knows, Captain Bracken and his crewmen know, Luke Krager, Dr. Garr. I'm not sure how many others.
Well, I'm afraid
Please, what's the use? You shouldn't have tried it, no matter how you felt. You should have realized that it wouldn't work. Even way down here in the Virgin Islands, a murderer is hard to protect. Where is she?
Who told you this?
There were too many mistakes. Luke Krager made the biggest one.
You too are making one, Mr. Dollar.
I'm sorry, Mrs. South. Murder is murder.
They speak of heredity and environment. Many say that heredity will never be overcome. Others say that environment will win out. But both are right and both are wrong.
Mrs. South.
My husband and I took our boys from the poorest foundling home we could find. Paul is one of the best. But Willard didn't deserve to live. Mother. He became more bestial every day. He couldn't live any longer.
Mother,
no more secrets, Georgina, my dear. I must tell Mr. Dollar the truth. It's I who've been hiding behind my friends. I'm the murderer. I killed Willard. I had to before he destroyed us all.
Expense account item 2, $85.40, miscellaneous expenses in Charlotte Amalie. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $373. Remarks? I tabbed the confession as a false one when they heard it. And I'm not charging the company for the time I spent trying to prove it false. But it wasn't. It was true. And so is the awkward fact that a large number of the leading villagers are liable as accessories after the fact of murder. It should develop into quite a trial. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production, The Redhead and the Cowboy. Featured in tonight's cast were Irene Hubbard as Evangela, Jan Miner as Georgina, Gilbert Mack as Lou, Fran Lafferty as Celeste, Ed Latimer as Sam, Maurice Tarplin as Shoy, and Bernard Lindrow as the Doctor. This is Olin Tice inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Everybody wants to help America's defense program. And part of everybody's duty is to be extremely careful with the handling of fire. This is especially true in wooded territory, where forest fires can cause terrible losses in valuable natural resources, lives, and manpower. 9 out of every 10 of these disastrous fires can be prevented because they're man-made. Don't leave fire prevention to the other fellow. Only you can prevent forest fires. Stay tuned now for 5 minutes of the latest news. This is CBS, where you laugh at Jack Benny every Sunday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat. What's on your mind?
A beautiful model, name of Dorothy Blair.
Ooh, hey, wait. The girl with the $1 million face?
That's the one.
Well, you probably got company. She's on a lot of people's minds.
Well, she's no daydream to me. She's a nightmare.
How come?
Well, that face of hers may not be worth quite $1 million, but it's worth at least 100,000. That's what we've got it insured for.
So?
So it looks like somebody's trying to tear it up.
The policy?
No, her face. She got slugged last night. Want to look?
At her? Sure, I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the model picture matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a taxi from my apartment to your office, Pat, where I picked up Dorothy Blair's address, then headed for New York. That's item 2, $36.20. I arrived at her apartment just as the doctor left. Even with a couple of bandages on her face, I think you got a bargain, Pat, insuring it for only $100,000.
I guess I'm lucky, Mr. Dollar. My doctor says there won't be any permanent scars.
Well, just what happened, Miss Blair?
Well, I came home last evening about dinner time. I opened the door to my apartment here and started to reach for the light switch. Then suddenly I saw a shape beside me in the dark.
And?
Before I could do anything, he hit me on the side of the head. I think it was a gun. It stunned me and I fell to the floor.
Then what?
I remember hearing the door slam. When I could get on my feet and turn on the light, whoever it was had gone.
I see. You think it could have been a burglar looking for money or valuables?
I don't think it was a burglar, Mr. Dollar.
You mean you have some idea who it was? Well?
Jerry Dunsmuir.
Who's he?
A fashion photographer. A creep, Mr. Dollar.
Oh?
The real article, believe me. They ought to put that guy's eyes in jail.
You modeled for him before?
About a year ago. I swore I'd never do it again, and I didn't. Until yesterday.
Yeah, well, go on.
Jerry'd gotten a commission to do a spread on winter fashions. He wanted to make some street shots with me in tweeds. Things like that.
Street shot?
Well, I figured the street would be a lot safer for me than his studio.
But it didn't turn out that way, huh?
No. After the second picture, he started in again with the same old line. And he's not very subtle, believe me.
So?
So I walked out on him. He didn't like it.
But is that enough reason for him to break into your apartment and slug you?
It wouldn't be for most people. But like I say, he's a creep.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Blair. Thanks. I'll have a talk with Dunsmuir. And that was easier said than done. I took a cab to his address. That's item 3, $1.60. But his studio was locked up tight. So I contacted my old friend, Detective Lieutenant Al Rico at 18th Precinct Headquarters.
You think you got troubles, Johnny? Try some of mine on for size.
Oh, like what, Al?
Like an unsolved murder I got tossed in my lap.
Oh, that one I've been reading about. The girl up in...
Yeah. Edith Summers.
No lead.
Sure, a real fat lead, except it's no good. Her ex-boyfriend, Ed Chatsworth. Lots of motive, but no case.
Alibi?
Airtight. So I got troubles. Now tell me yours.
Mine? Well, I'm trying to get a lead on a fashion photographer named Jerry Dunsmuir.
Dunsmuir? I never heard of him. How come you're interested?
Dorothy Blair got slugged last evening.
Oh, yeah, the girl with the $1 million face. I heard about it.
She thinks Dunsmuir might have done it. I went up to his studio to have a talk with him, but it was locked up.
Well, I'll have her files checked, but if we had anything hot on him, I think I'd remember.
Yeah. Well, it was just a chance.
Excuse me. Rico. What? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right down. It was about your Jerry Dunsmuir, Johnny.
Oh?
A couple of my boys have found him.
Great.
Yeah. They found him floating face down in the river.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Model Picture Matter.
Expense account item 4, $1.80, cab fare back to Dorothy Blair's apartment. She had company.
I'd like you to meet Edward Chandler, Johnny.
Hi. Glad to meet you, Mr. Dollar. Dorothy, I wonder if I could talk to you for a few minutes.
Why, certainly.
I've got to be running along anyway. Still okay for dinner, honey?
Sure. 8 o'clock.
I'll pick you up. Bye, Mr. Dollar. Yeah, so long, Chandler. Dorothy.
Did you talk to Jerry Dunsmuir?
Now, look, you say Dunsmuir tried to get a date with you while he was taking some fashion shots of you on the street yesterday.
That's right.
He was pretty persistent about it.
That's putting it mildly, John.
And you think Dunsmuir is the one who was hiding in your apartment and slugged you last evening?
Yes. I think he must have been the one. Why, who else could it have been? And why are you asking me all this again?
There's nothing you haven't told me, Dorothy.
Of course not. Why?
Well, the police just fished Dunsmuir's body out of the river.
He was murdered?
I haven't seen the medical examiner's report yet, but it's a good bet. People don't usually go for a swim with all their clothes on.
But who could... Johnny, you certainly don't think I had anything to do with it.
I didn't say that, Dorothy.
But your tone of voice, the question. Look, I'm telling you the truth, Johnny.
Can you prove it?
I can prove the part about him taking pictures of me yesterday. This manila envelope. It came in the mail today. Here. It's from Dunsmuir's studio. He always sends me prints. See? Here's one of me in a tweed coat. Here's one in a fingertip length.
Okay, so he took pictures. I still want to know why you think it was Dunsmuir who slugged you if you couldn't see his face in the dark.
Why, I guess because of the way he looked at me yesterday afternoon when I told him to stay away from me, not to call me again for a job. Oh, Johnny, believe me.
You didn't see him after that, huh? Unless, of course, he was the one who slugged you in the dark.
No. I didn't have anything to do with what happened to him, and I don't know who did. It's the truth, Johnny.
Okay, Dorothy. If it is, I'll find out sooner or later. But if it isn't, I'll find that out, too. Maybe Dorothy Blair was leveling with me, but there were a few pretty important facts I didn't know. Was it really Dunsmuir who'd slugged her? And who killed Dunsmuir? And why? Also, this fella I'd met at Dorothy's apartment, Edward Chandler. Where had I seen his face before? Item 5, $1.75, cab fare to Dunsmuir's studio. A blonde secretary named Susan Billings was just closing up when I got there. She looked pretty dragged out.
Please, Mr. Dollar, I've already told the police all I know. Right now, I don't exactly need any more questions.
What you need right now, Susan, is a drink. Come on. better, Susan?
Oh, yes. Thanks. But I really don't know anything that would help you, Mr. Dollar.
How long did you work for Jerry Dunsmuir?
About a year.
And you can't think of anyone who'd have reason to kill him?
Nobody.
You know he had quite a reputation for being sort of eager with some of the models.
That was a long time ago, Mr. Dollar. He'd changed.
Not according to Dorothy Blair.
I'm not interested in Dorothy Blair or lies about Jerry.
Tell me, do you happen to know a man named Edward Chandler? I met him at her apartment.
No.
Did Jerry Dunsmuir ever mention him?
Not that I remember.
So you think Dunsmuir had straightened himself out, had he?
I know he had.
How can you be sure?
He told me.
Oh, but
You
look,
see, Mr. Dollar, Jerry and I, we were going to be married.
Either Dorothy had been lying to me about what kind of a guy Dunsmuir was, or else Susan had been living in a dream world. Either way, I was fresh out of Leeds. I headed back to Lieutenant Rico's office, hoping I'd find some there.
Johnny, the only thing we know for sure about Dunsmuir is that he sure had a weakness for women.
Yeah, but Susan Billings believes that she was his one true love.
I know. And I've been thinking about her. Maybe she found out about Dunsmuir's activities and didn't like him.
It's a possibility. But if she knows more than she's told us, she's a pretty good actress.
The same goes for Dorothy Blair, which reminds me I want to have another talk with Dorothy. I picked up a couple of names out of Dunsmuir's past, and I want to see if they mean anything to her. Want to come along?
Sure, but we'll have to hurry.
Hurry? Why?
She has a dinner date with a guy named Chandler at 8 o'clock, and it's 1:45 right now.
Okay, let's go.
There, that's her apartment house right ahead.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Dorothy coming out the front door?
Yeah, with Chandler. Come on, we can still catch
Hold it.
What's that?
Who'd you say he was?
A friend of hers. His name is Chandler. I met him in her apartment this afternoon.
Johnny, remember when you came to see me today, I told you I had a murder case in my lap? I mean, before the Dunsmuir murder?
Sure, a girl, Edith Summers.
I told you her ex-boyfriend was the logical suspect, except that he had an alibi. Ed Chatsworth.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I knew I'd seen that guy's picture somewhere. It was in the paper. Dorothy introduced him as Chandler.
But his real name is Chatsworth. And now it turns out he's a friend of Dorothy's.
Al, you said either Dorothy had told us all she knew or she was a pretty good actress.
Yeah?
Well, it looks to me like she's a pretty good actress.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Model Picture Matter.
Well, it had started out as a real simple assignment, but it hadn't stayed that way long. All of a sudden, we had two murders on our hands, and it looked like there was a connection between them. Now, watching Dorothy Blair leave her apartment with Ed Chatsworth, we realized that she was somehow right in the middle of them.
They're driving off in his car.
Gonna tail him, Al?
That won't be necessary. Ever since I questioned Chatsworth about the Edith Summers killing, I've had a tail on him. No, Johnny, what we better do right now is start putting some pieces together and see what they add up to.
Okay. The first victim was Edith Summers.
Killed in her apartment, the Blackton Arms.
And you figure that her ex-boyfriend, Ed Chatsworth, had the motive.
Well, we heard that Chatsworth wanted to drop her, but she wouldn't drop.
But you say he has an alibi.
Two people swear he was out of the city the day that she was killed.
All right. Dorothy Blair gets slugged in her apartment. She thinks the photographer, Dunsmuir, did it. Then Dunsmuir winds up dead that night.
Right. And now we find out Dorothy and Chatsworth are friends. Begins to add up, Johnny.
You think Chatsworth was trying to drop Edith Summers for Dorothy?
If so, maybe they rigged a deal. Chatsworth was to get out of town while Dorothy handled Edith Summers.
In that case, you're figuring Dunsmuir found out about the deal and came to blackmail Dorothy.
Right.
She won't go for it, so he slugs her. Then either she or Chatsworth, or both of them, decide to close Dunsmuir's mouth for keeps. It's a possibility, Al. Yeah. It is a possibility, isn't it? Al dropped me off at my hotel and headed back to his office. Item 6, $2, drinks. While I thought about the picture Al and I had built up to explain the killing. Well, it was all pretty logical, but somehow I couldn't buy it. Maybe, like Al had hinted, that $1 million face had gotten to me. If I could only talk to her alone, I felt I could find out if she was lying. About 10 o'clock, I went back to her apartment. No answer. Probably still out to dinner. I was about to leave when she stepped off the elevator.
Why, Johnny, what are you...
Hello, Dorothy. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't time right now.
Oh?
Mr. Chandler's just parking his car. He'll be up in a few minutes. We have business.
Your friend will have to wait. I want to talk with you.
Why? All right. For just a minute. I don't understand all this, Johnny.
Well, let's start out calling your friend Chandler by his real name, huh?
What?
Ed Chatsworth.
I don't understand. I thought his name was Chandler.
Oh, yeah?
What's this all about, Johnny?
Oh, drop the act, Dorothy. I suppose the name Chatsworth doesn't mean anything to you.
Why, no, it doesn't.
How about Edith Summers?
Wait. She was the girl who was killed the day before yesterday.
She sure was.
I read about it in the papers. But I didn't know her, Johnny.
You're sure you and Chatsworth didn't happen to arrange her death?
Johnny. What's this all about?
And your friend Dunsmuir, he wasn't by any chance trying to blackmail you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Please, believe me. I didn't have anything to do with either of those killings. Johnny, I swear it.
Okay, Dorothy. I guess I never could buy it. But I don't get this buddy-buddy routine. You and Ed Chatsworth.
I only met Ed Chatsworth, or Chandler, as he called himself, yesterday.
Let's have that again.
That's right. He said he was organizing a big promotion and wanted to feature me in it.
Why would he give you a line like that?
I didn't realize it was a line. He sounded very convincing. He said he wanted to see some of my pictures to see if
Pictures? Wait a minute. Those pictures Dunsmuir took of you.
Ed's coming up any minute to see them. He wanted to see some outdoor shots, he said.
When did Dunsmuir take those shots?
The day before yesterday.
The day Edith was killed. Where did he take them?
We moved around from place to place.
You still have the pictures?
Right there on the table.
Come on, let's take a look. Are these all that he took?
As far as I know.
No, nothing here except you. Here, wait. This shot looks like the front of an apartment house. Part of the name in the picture. Blackton Arms. The apartment where Edith was killed.
Johnny, look. In the background. A man stepping out of the apartment house.
Yeah, out of focus. Hard to... Hold it.
What is it?
Is there a service entrance to your apartment?
Yes.
Somebody just came in. Get down. I shoved her to the floor and hit the light switch. None too soon. I eased out my gun but couldn't see a thing. And I knew I had to locate him before he located us. There was a cigarette lighter on the coffee table. I heaved it toward the kitchen and my aim was pretty good. The flash of his gun pegged him for me. I turned on the lights. It was Chatsworth, all right. I'd hit him in the shoulder, but he'd keep for the state.
Johnny. He's the one who killed this Edith Summers.
Yeah, sure. He had an alibi rigged, but he spoiled it by walking out of her apartment into the background of that picture Dunsmuir took of you.
Then he's also the one who was in my apartment.
He probably recognized you by your face. Figured he could find the name of the photographer here. Slugged you when you came in.
And I thought it was Jerry Dunsmuir. Poor Jerry.
Yeah. Well, I imagine when Chatsworth comes to, we'll find that he killed Dunsmuir to get the negative.
He certainly wanted that picture.
Yeah. Most pictures don't do people justice. But I guess this one will do him all right. Item 8, $36.80 transportation back home. Expense account total, $103 even. Remarks? Well, there's a little snapper to the story, Pat. You know, that picture Chatsworth was knocking himself out to get? He didn't realize it, but his face in the background was far too blurred to make an identification. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, the darling of me heart comes back to plague me again. My old friend Meg McCarthy. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, this is Mrs. Tackett. Did Mr. House talk to you about Abel?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Tackett, he did. He thought maybe you and I could get together this afternoon.
Yes, of course. Please hurry. I certainly have a right to know if my husband is dead.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Corinthian Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during the Abel Tackett matter. Expense account item 1, $5 transportation costs from Hartford to the New York address of Mrs. Abel Tackett. The apartment door was standing open, and I walked in. It was dark inside, except for the dim glow from a blue light at the head of the stairway, where the beat of drums came from a phonograph. There was a crude native mask on the wall with an idiot's grin. Something stale and heavy in the air. There was no one downstairs, so I went up. Walking up those stairs was like walking out of civilization. She was sitting on the arm of a chair in front of the phonograph.
You heard them. I did not want you to. You're a half hour early.
Well, that gives us a half hour more to talk. My plane leaves tonight.
What does the insurance company say?
I'm going to British North Borneo to look for him.
They do think he's alive, do they not?
The company always operates on that premise, yes.
The rain. That awful rain. There is no getting out of it, he says. Have you seen any of his letters?
No, I haven't.
I want to read you this. I'm lost. I've always been lost. I don't know who I am or what I am or what I was intended to do. I've played all the parts and been all the places and found nothing of myself. The jungle is as nameless as I am, as nameless and as lost. That was the last one.
From Borneo.
Sandakan. 5 years ago, next month. 6 years since we were married in Paris. You must find him, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Mrs. Tackett. I'm afraid that I'll be looking for a dead man. After all, he's been gone a long time.
Maybe he just stopped writing.
Maybe he didn't. That's why I'm going over there.
Maybe he just stopped writing.
Maybe.
Maybe he wants nothing to do with me anymore. I woke up in the morning and he was not there. Just a note. He could be alive and not come back, could he not?
You told me he's been gone for 5 years. He has a paid-up policy. If he's dead, you receive over $700,000. If he's alive, what then? Do you think he'll come back?
No. But he'll be alive.
How old are you, Mrs. Tackett?
24.
Look, I want you to promise me something. If I come back with proof of his death, you'll move out of here.
I promise. But you'll never prove that he's dead.
Expense account item 2, $1,280.45 for the trip by air from New York to Chicago to San Francisco to Manila. Expense account item 3, $200 on the first ship to Sandakan. They called me supercargo. I ate with the captain in his cabin.
Hooch and tamar, edible birds' nests, a filthy place. All my years in these waters, and I never set foot on Borneo.
Why would a white man go there?
Not for diamonds. Malaria, maybe, or a new type of insanity. You look sensible enough. Who is this man, your brother?
No, never met him. But I've got to find him, that's all.
Second biggest island in the world. 3 million souls. Dusans, Bahaus, Murids, Dayaks. Ugliest people in the world. Took a young planter and his wife there. 6 months ago it was. Carried the bodies back my last trip.
How did they die?
The jungle. Oh, come on, I'm a close-mouthed man. Who are you looking for?
You wouldn't know him. His name is Abel Tackett.
Abel Tackett? I never heard of Abel Tackett. You find me a hand west of Tawau who hasn't heard of him.
You knew him?
Nobody knew him. He wasn't a man to know. He was a man to talk about. I want to show you something. Look here.
That's a nasty scar.
Right across the chest. Abel Tackett. If you find him, give him me love.
How did that happen?
In Manila. He did it slowly, as if he was enjoying it. Had a picture of a girl, and I said something. Coffee?
No, thanks. Was it his wife?
His wife, perhaps, or somebody else. Steward! Hot coffee! Hot coffee! Hot coffee!
Something happened to men out here. Men that might have been easy and calm any place else in the world. Something happened to them. Hysteria, wild anger, madness. In the weakening heat, the sudden bursts of temper arose where men would kill over a matchbox. Channel fever, the crewmen called it. But perhaps there was another reason. The name of Abel Tackett.
This is my dream. That some night I find him asleep. That it is very dark. That I slip my knife into his throat. That I feel his life going. That I hear him to cry out. Oh, I want to hear him cry out.
What did he do to you?
Unspeakable. Unspeakable.
Oh, all look for him. All. Find him. Oh, knife, shoot, kill, hate. Oh, tuck it, devil. Tuck it, devil.
Sandakan. We crawled around the point. There is no coast. You never know where the land begins and the ocean stops. The mangrove swamps melt into the muddy water. The inevitable tin roofs of the tropics. The breathless heat of the equator. Sandakan. I found the British North Borneo Company office next to an exporter's shop. The secretary to the assistant district manager pointed me into a rattan chair and handed me a fly swatter.
Oh, Abel Tackett. Oh, fabulous fellow. Great strength, drive, power, you know? Why are you looking for him?
Well, we understand that he was dead. We hold a policy on him.
Tackett dead? Oh, that's improbable. Oh, he's quite a man. I say, you didn't happen to bring any cigarettes, huh? American cigarettes?
Sure. Yeah, here's a carton.
Oh, no, please, you spoil me.
What was he doing out here?
Tackett? Oh, no one seems to know. Some say gold, diamonds, gutta percha. Escape, perhaps. He just popped in one day from Manila, got all the necessary papers, and headed into the interior residency. Not before he caused a bit of a ruckus in a native pub, however. I say, you haven't been to London lately, have you?
About a year ago.
Oh, not since then, eh? Oh, shame. What I wouldn't give for some swept ginger beer. Splendid for the tropics. Ordered a case and it never came. I had to settle for gin.
Look, can't anybody tell me about this man Tackett? What is this legend, this myth?
What? Oh, it's a paradox, Mr. Dollar. A man of great strength and great weakness. Well, like us all in a way. Looking for something. Always looking for something.
But looking for what?
Well, now, look, you're trying to solve this thing in American terms. This is the tropics, Mr. Dollar, and here we admit the inexplicable.
But I've got to have answers, Mr. Kenyon.
Oh, no, you don't understand, Mr. Dollar. Here, look at this map. You see here? Sandakan. Then you leave for the interior. 200 miles inland is Kwamut. Now, there's no trouble thus far. And he was reported to be there 8 months ago. From Kwamut, it's a different world. There's fever, reptiles of all sorts. It's not worth it, really. I mean, is it a large policy?
$750,000.
Oh, for a man living in Borneo, that must be a tremendously high premium. Well, $1 million couldn't get me out there, and 1,000 could take me home.
How do I get to Coamat?
Oh, by lorry. One of them goes up tomorrow with supplies for the garrison. We can fit you aboard, but... Oh, this is absurd, Dollar.
Yeah, I know.
Well, all right, then. I'll send you to Hargroves, our representative there. Oh, what I say, don't forget those cigarettes.
My husband's been going on like that for 5 days. He can't tell you anything.
I'm sorry to hear that, but can you tell me anything about Tackett?
Wait till I close the door. So you're looking for Abel Tackett. The fever'd never get him.
You know if he's alive?
Alive? Sure he's alive.
How do you know?
If you knew Abel Tackett, you'd know he's alive. We spent a lot of time together when I was on the coast. Did you know Tackett in the States?
Nope.
Playboy, he told me. Said he wanted something, but never knew what. I told him what he wanted was love. But he wouldn't stay, and when I tried to stop him from leaving, If you find him, what happens?
Depends how we find him. If he's alive, I suppose I'll try to talk him into going back home. If he's dead, I want the proof. You better go back to your husband.
Nothing I can do. Hey, look, Mr. Dollar, if you find him alive...
I'm going to try to send him home.
Tackett'll never go back home. I'm going with you.
Not this trip.
I'm going with you.
Come in.
Mr. Dollar, I want to talk to you.
I told you, Inez, I can't take you long. You better be getting back to your husband. He needs you.
He's dead. I'm free now. I've got to find Tackett, Mr. Dollar.
Look, I can't...
I can help you. I can get a good guide for you. He'll take you all the way to Penunga. I know the jungle, Mr. Dollar. Please.
What do you hope to accomplish?
Oh, I don't know. If I could talk to him, I could get him to come back to me. I know I could.
Look, Inez, I'm going to be very frank with you. I don't like you and I don't trust
And you don't understand me. But I'll tell you this, you'll never find him without me. I knew him better than anyone else, and you have to have a good guide, and I can get it for you.
I'll get my own guide.
Someone sent supplies to him a month ago. I know who it was.
Okay, Inez. It's a bargain. Pack up. She took me to a trading post, and I met the owner, who operated under the obviously false name of George Brown. To me, he looked big and clumsy, but he'd been trading with the interior for 10 years, so I decided to take the recommendation. As if I could do anything else.
Sure, I know where he is. At least I knew where he was a month ago. I've been trading with him for over 3 years.
Okay, when do we leave?
You don't know what you're getting into, mister. Did you ever hear of Long Y? It's a village across the border in Dutch territory. We'll need 4 porters and supplies for a month.
When do we leave?
The last porters I sent in to him never came back. The Punandaiks got them, most likely. They're headhunters, you know.
Which one of us are you trying to talk out of this, you or me?
I can always use $500. But that isn't all the pay I'm going to get.
What do you mean?
if I find Abel Tackett, I'm going to kill him.
We will continue with yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. But first, every Wednesday night, CBS brings you Groucho Marx with his wonderful quiz, You Bet Your Life. It's one of the brightest, most spontaneous, most genuinely funny shows on the air. So be listening this Wednesday night on most of these same CBS stations for You Bet Your Life, starring Groucho Marx. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 5, $830 safari to Long Y, Dutch Borneo. One of the first things I learned about jungle travel was not to waste breath talking. Not until we made camp that night was there conversation.
A slow day. The woman slows us down. Where is she?
In her hammock. It couldn't be helped. It was a bargain. I didn't want her to come.
I wonder why he picked Long Y.
I wonder a lot of things.
The easiest travel here is on the rivers. If he'd picked a river village, it would have been simple. This way we have to fight for every foot. What are you going to do when we find him?
What do you mean?
About my killing him.
I'll decide when the time comes, if it does. Maybe I don't think you'll go through with it. You know, if you really wanted to, you wouldn't have waited for me to come along.
I suppose it was in the back of my mind before then. I knew something had to be done, but I hadn't decided. Now, I had.
What did he do to you?
What does he do to everything? He spoils it. When the Pune and dikes are peaceful, my trade is good. When they're not, my trade is...
Oh, now look, Brown. You aren't going to tell me that this man is capable of stirring up a few thousand natives. That's ridiculous.
Is it?
Well, how does he do it? Why?
How? By being there in their country. They hate him. They're afraid of him. And when the dikes are trouble, they're dangerous. Why does he do it? I can't think of any reason. He makes no profit from it. He lives. He works a plot of ground. He hunts. I suppose it could be that he doesn't know he's doing it, but he is. He's got to be moved out. The only way to move Abel Tackett is to kill him. What? I'm going to turn in.
I heard part of what Brown was saying. What are you going to do?
Well, I'll have to protect Tackett if I can.
Protect him? That sounds funny. I never thought he'd have to take that from anybody.
You know what I'll be protecting. You better get some sleep.
Wait.
What now?
Why do you hate him? You know? You've never even met him.
Well, I've talked to people who have. To a ship's captain with a knife scar across his chest. And a little deckhand from Manila with a hurt so deep he couldn't talk about it. You and your husband, a few others. And I met his wife.
He's never talked to me about her.
Well, that's the first thing I've heard in his favor. Maybe he's human enough to be ashamed of what he's done to her. Maybe he realizes what he meant to her. And that she'd stop living when he left. Because that's what he's done.
It's not all his fault. The trouble he had in Manila and Sandakan. He told me the men thought he was afraid of him. He wanted to show him he wasn't. He'd never known people like that. He didn't know how to get along with them.
Save it. It doesn't make any difference how I feel about him. We'll get to him as quickly as we can. I'll figure out some way to stop Brown if he makes a try.
Maybe that'll be too late. But Brown's going to be stopped, Mr. Dollar, I promise. If you don't do it, I will.
Go get some sleep. We break camp at dawn. Lying in my hammock, looking up at the solid ceiling of foliage that hid the sky, and with the unaccustomed language of the jungle bothering my ears, I tried to get a fair perspective of the situation. But I couldn't. I couldn't answer any of the questions. I dropped off to sleep realizing that I was more than anxious to meet the amazing Abel Tackett. There was no sign of real danger until the third day, only the painful monotony of slashing at vines with heavy knives, fighting insects, stumbling over half-concealed ankle-high branches, of sweat-filled boots and soggy clothing, and 100 other arguments against Borneo.
Found the plant that looks like a fern here.
Got it.
It carries a brutal sting.
This is the one, Inez. Watch it.
I see it.
Hold up. Come on. What is it? I wondered about that.
What did he say?
Head hunting. I found a body on the trail. Coming along?
Yeah. Better stay here, Inez.
I wondered about that. It's been too quiet. We haven't spotted a Dyak since we started. This section is usually swarming with them. Poor beggar. How does that look to you, Dollar? You still think the natives aren't stirred up?
No, it looks like they're stirred up for him.
Poor beggar. He can thank your man Tackett for what he got. We don't have to look at him. It's the work of a Punan. You can tell by the clean wound. Their Mandaus are the sharpest ones in the island. They know we're coming, Inez.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I know them. They hide the bodies. They don't leave them on trails unless they've got a reason to.
Like telling us to stop, huh?
That's right. Look at those boys of mine. Waiting to see what I'll do. Waiting the chance to slip into the brush and head for home.
Can you hold them?
I can hold them. I'll shoot the first one that tries to leave, and they know it. Come on, Meticulous, a house! We'll have to make a camp here. They're great people for Romans. I told them to start looking for good ones. Yeah, and I know them. It'll take the rest of the day and half the night to find enough to move them towards Long Wai again.
How do the omens look to you?
I can't say yet. The headhunters know we're coming, but they don't know why. If they knew we were coming after Tackett, each in our own fashion, so to speak, I don't think there'd be any trouble from them. Well, they don't know, and there's no way to tell them.
You're blaming Tackett for this?
I am.
You stupid fool! Do you really believe in this idiotic stand you've taken against him? Or is it a convenient answer for some mistake you made with the natives?
I can't be quiet.
Inez, stop it.
Don't you believe it? You're lying!
Make her shut up, Dollar.
I'll shut up after you've answered me.
Stop it. We've had enough. We don't need hysteria. Now be quiet, will you?
You won't answer me, will you? They've been headhunters from the beginning. So tell me why Tackett is to blame for what you found on the trail. Tell me why!
I will, if you'll shut up long enough to hear it.
You've been in Borneo too long. I know what the tropics do to men like you.
I know the people. For 10 years I've learned to know them. I understand about headhunting. To the Dyak, a head is the strongest magic in the world. Strong enough to bring rain, make things grow. Strong enough to protect the whole kampong from plague or anything else. Like enemies.
You should have been born in one of their filthy huts. You think like one.
Forget it, Brown. Forget it.
She'll find out I'm right. Headhunting was almost stopped until Tackett came here. Then it started again. Because they hate him. Because they're afraid of him. That's why they're collecting heads again, and that's the truth.
Blame everything on Abel Tackett. If you can't find another reason for something, blame it on Abel Tackett.
Oh, I've had enough.
Brown! What the devil's the matter with you?
You heard her. I've been in Borneo too long.
Tension, hysteria, everything out of proportion. The distorted perspective of the jungle where emotions become sensitive as skin. Inez wanted to love Tackett. George wanted to kill Tackett. I wanted nothing but proof of his existence. Yet all of us were of one mind and one thought. All our efforts were directed toward Tackett. And Borneo was keeping us from him. We started to move again in the next morning. That day and the next were easier, physically at least. The country cleared some, and we started to climb out of the humid jungle into a section where there seemed to be more air. The following day, we stopped before dark, and Brown pulled me into the privacy of a shadow.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, that close. What then, Brown?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I've learned to like you, Dollar.
Thanks, but I still can't let you kill him.
I'm not so sure you can stop me. How would you get back to the coast without me?
I've been asking myself the same thing. I'd be stupid to take the gamble, but I'd have no choice.
So that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
All right. I can smell rain. It'll be here before morning.
Our first sight of the village of Long Y was from a low hill. It was veiled by the slanting sheets of rain that floated across. A welter of huts, two larger buildings for gatherings, but not a sign of life. Abel Tackett's hut was barely visible, a mile or so down the shallow valley. We started down toward it. What do those drums mean, Brown? Do you know?
Yes, I know. Mama Tolu. A happy little ceremony when the headhunters come home. It could turn sour if they knew we were here, but I think we can move across the clearing.
Let's go.
What are you going to do, Dollar? Aren't you even going to warn him? All right, if you won't, I will.
Abel! Abel, be careful!
Come on, take her. Keep her quiet. Come on, Dollar. I'm going inside.
Wait a minute, Brown. We'll go in together.
Tackett! I came here for nothing. He's already dead.
Is that Tackett?
Must be. They stopped being afraid of him. I wonder how long it'll take to undo the trouble he's caused here. Abel Tackett. And he's dead.
There was the body of a man lying on the floor, dirty duck shorts and jacket, but no papers. I couldn't positively identify him as Abel Tackett. The natives who had killed him were headhunters. Expense account items 6 and 7, same as 2 and 3, transportation back to New York. Item 8, cab fare to the address of Mrs. Abel Tackett. She seemed neither sad nor happy to see me or to hear what I had to say. He died, Mrs. Tackett, of fever. He was in the interior. There was no time to get him to a doctor.
You saw him?
No, I didn't.
Then you can't be sure. There's no proof.
But, Mrs. Tackett, absolute proof has a different meaning in Borneo.
He wanted to lose himself, didn't he? He could have changed his name. He could even have traded his identity with someone else. Couldn't he?
He's dead, Mrs. Tackett. Look, I want you to go to probate court, even without absolute proof. With what I brought back, you can have him declared legally dead. You're his sole heir. There are no other living relatives. His estate, his fortune, they're yours. They're yours to live with. That's why he left them to you. You can't go on struggling with a false hope. Please, Mrs. Tackett, don't stop living just because he did. You've got to believe me. Abel Tackett is dead.
He's not dead. He's alive. He's living somewhere. And as long as he's alive, I'm alive.
There was nothing to do. I left her in the old house with her records and her dark walls and her old letters. I left a young woman dying there, and there was nothing I could do. I walked out into the clean, fresh air and went home. Expense account total, $4,075.80. And for what? The only constructive thing I can make out of it is that it made me an expert on pure, unadulterated frustration. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, D.O.A. Featured in our cast were Maria Palmer, Tudor Owen, Raul Chavez, Ben Wright, Chris Kraft, and Dan O'Herlihy. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us next week at this time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.